Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about Xbox again. So tonight's topic, I was going to come on earlier. I got kind of held back watching a movie, and still feeling like a little weird, man. I got like this nose problem, but I took some Dayquil, and my nose feels a little better. I still feel like my chest hurts though. But so tonight's topic: do you have an Xbox, and are you having trouble finding something to play on it? I hear this a lot. So I mean, if you're new to the Xbox community, if you're new to Xbox and you're having trouble finding games, like I would seriously find that hard to believe. Especially if you're moving from another ecosystem over to the Xbox ecosystem. I have an Xbox and no. If you're moving from another ecosystem, say you've been a PlayStation guy like myself for a long time, and then you move over to the Xbox, honestly, you're probably going to be a lot happier, kind of moving forward as you start to experience more games, especially if you have Game Pass, because you can download every first-party Xbox game. And I mean, there's a lot of them. You got plenty of stuff to play on Microsoft or on the Xbox. So, I mean, yeah, like the other night we were talking about this. No, Matt Dunn's again play. So the other night we were talking about this old Xbox has no games, because I tend to hear that a lot. But that is probably one of the most freaking said stuff in my comments is Xbox, or what are you going to play on your Xbox? What are you going to play on your Xbox? I don't get that. I mean, clearly they're like third-party games too that are on both consoles, like multi-platform games. And I mean, I would think the sell rate, on first-party games on either console is rarely over like 10 to 15%. Yeah, we all play games together. I know. If I had tons of games to play, no shortage here. I know everybody I know that's got an Xbox has a backlog. I mean, it's just as simple as that, dude. I mean, I got a backlog. I picked up, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know now. I decided to go ahead and pick up the Life is Strange True Colors. I picked that up today. I played it for like 3.5 hours. Anybody that, follows me on Xbox, or sees me gaming on there probably already knows I picked that game up today, and they're probably scratching their head like, why would you pick something like that up? Well, guys, because I wanted something a little, I kind of want to try new experiences. Now that I have this channel, it gives me more of a reason to go out of my way to try different stuff too. So I did. I picked up Life is Strange. I've usually had a pretty good run with Square Enix and not feeling burned when I buy their games. Halo COD Gears. Yeah, definitely all of that stuff, Cabbage. You are right. Other BS I hear is there's absolutely nothing good on. Oh yeah, mediocre shit. Game Pass is full of mediocre shit. They say full of mediocre shit. I'm like, really? That's funny because I've got like 90 games that I own that are literally on freaking Game Pass, and I usually don't go out of my way to buy a lot of mediocre shit. I mean, sometimes I do. Did you hear a new Marvel multiplayer game is coming to PlayStation only, though? I did not hear that yet. Is this a rumor, Carol, or is this set in stone? It's been announced? Haven't heard that yet. I mean, nope, my Xbox. Yeah, exactly. My Xbox backlog is pretty full. So, guys, tonight I kind of want to talk a little bit about this Life is Strange game, okay? It's a rumor. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I mean, we always hear this stuff, about PlayStation getting a multiplayer game, and I mean, sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, if we didn't get a lot of multiplayer games for PlayStation this generation, to tell you the truth, as a PlayStation fan, like I wouldn't be disappointed. I literally wouldn't be disappointed. I don't think it would necessarily bug me that much this generation. If we get into the next PlayStation generation and they really haven't like put forth an effort to draw in more multiplayer experiences, then I would think it would probably start to be more of a problem. Like this generation, I don't think so. Well, I mean, it also depends on when and if Xbox acquires any more studios. It's true fact. I'm going to call Phil and buy Disney and sort this shit out right after he buys Warner Brothers and Take-Two. But it depends what multiplayer game it is, though. You know, Carol, I could honestly see them doing another one of the what are those ones that they have out? Those multiplayer games, those because I think there already are some like Marvel's. What are those ones that they? I mean, they're like not even like super. They're like free to play, if I remember correctly. They're like these Marvel games. They might be doing a follow up to those. That possibly could be the case. I love the original Life is Strange. This one looked like it may be some SJ. Okay, Delusional Grandeur. I played this for about 3.5 hours. The first time I ran into like an SJW type deal, you know, with homosexuality. I don't know. Can I say that on YouTube without getting like freaked out on? Because I mean, like to me, it doesn't really matter. But I'm playing this game and my character's a female, and another character asked me, so you know, like boys or girls? And I looked at that for a second and I was like, interesting. It's like, well, my girl's a female character, and I mean, me as a man, I'm like really into women. So I mean, if I make her gay, so I just decided to, hey man, she swings both ways. I didn't want to completely take away her free agency, you know what I mean? Because I mean, like I'm a man controlling a woman. I mean, I seemed a little bit, I don't know, you know, should I make her all women? Oh gosh, no. So I said she could go both ways. So I mean, but yeah. I mean, it's all in good fun, guys. It's all in good fun. So that's the only thing I've run into so far. I think it's just going to be, I think it might probably emphasize that a little bit in this game. That necessarily doesn't bug me though. Like I'm not somebody that's against, like completely against that stuff. Like I don't really necessarily care too much. I don't go out of my way to look for that kind of stuff. So when I do see it, I mean, as long as my kids aren't watching it, you know, because they're young, as long as they're not watching it, I just don't want their minds kind of wrapped up in that kind of stuff so early. So I mean, when they turn into teenagers or become adults, like whatever, you know, I mean, they're going to become a part of the world as a whole. They are going to be influenced by forces outside of the home that I cannot control. The best I can do is try to guide them the way I can. And maybe like not, I don't want to shield my kids because that's just stupid. But I want them to be able to, understand and, you know, be able to process things a little better, before I set them out upon the world to do whatever they want. So if it's Sony Justice Warrior, yeah. Oh gosh, everybody. Yeah, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for coming back, dude. I appreciate that. Carol, if it's a multiplayer wonder, if it'd be a Marvel characters or wishful thinking. You know, Carol, they have these games out. They're like a Marvel game. They're almost like gosh, I don't remember what the freaking heck they are though. They're not like AAA games or nothing, and I think they're like free to play. Let me see if I can look it up. Marvel free to play PlayStation 4.
According to Warplaying, Square Enix announced that Marvel's Avengers will be available to play at no cost on PS4, PS5,
Marvel Heroes.
Stadia from July.
Marvel Heroes. That's the one that I was thinking about. Marvel Heroes. It's like one of those games that like I don't necessarily think it's like a high budget game. It might just be a follow up to that, Carol. And that's possible. I mean, that game's been out for a while. They could just be doing a follow up to that. I mean, that wouldn't seem so far fetched in either, because I don't think that's on Xbox though. Marvel's Heroes Xbox. That came out in 2017. I'm not seeing anything on Xbox, so. Oh yeah, it is on Xbox too. If it's a multiplayer, will anyone on Sony play it? They might. I mean, like Sony's going to have to really do a lot to encourage a lot of people to play multiplayer games on the PlayStation. I mean, it's something that they're going to have to build, like, and they're going to have to stay with it. I mean, it's easier for Sony to cash in on a single player first party game. It's easier for them to continue to build what they already know. It would be a lot of R&D for them to go out of their way to really crack the multiplayer movement. And I can tell you, a lot of people on PlayStation are really into third-person games. So they're going to have, I mean, they tried it with SOCOM 4. SOCOM 4, I think, did a little pretty good. SOCOM Confrontation, some of these other games that they put in, obviously they didn't do too well because they didn't last too long. They're not cranking out SOCOMs. I didn't see a SOCOM all last generation. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see one this generation. What would you guys like to see announced at this week at the Tokyo Game Show? They've already poured cold water on that Delusional Grandeur. They've already basically told us that any news that they have for Tokyo Game Show is going to be relevant to Japan. So, I mean, they'll talk about games they've already announced, but I could see them possibly announcing an acquisition of a Japanese company because that would freaking align with, directly influencing Japan. So I could see that. I don't think we're going to see a Take-Two or Disney or with Rona Berger. Maybe. I mean, they did buy Bethesda, so I just think Take-Two is not going to be something that the Xbox would purchase. Me personally, I do not think that would be a good fit for Xbox, to be completely honest. I mean, Take-Two is a good company. I just don't think. Yes, I got all consoles with most of the first party games on my board, like 89%. And if I'm ever bored, I eat my. I just go to town, man, and start eating. Yeah, I think that's what they've already said. Like Aaron Greenberg and everybody else, they've already said that they're going to focus on like everything that they talk about. Tokyo Game Show is going to be it's going to directly relate to what they've got going on in Japan. So I would expect them, if they are, or maybe Dreamcast guy. Either way would be. I also want them to give Crap Gamer the exclusive to break the news. Or maybe Dreamcast guy. Oh, gosh. That's pretty funny. They have $140 billion in cash. It's only $20 billion and would close this gen up. Yeah, I don't see them. Dude, a lot of people would hate Xbox if they bought Take-Two. I mean, honestly, I listened to this other guy today. Somebody sent me a link to it. About being upset about gamers being upset about Xbox buying studios. I'm not really one of those people to be upset about it as long as they buy companies that would fit the Xbox brand. I'm not necessarily against them buying things, but stuff like Take-Two, Sony can't afford to buy Take-Two, so I don't think Xbox should buy Take-Two. Bethesda is a different story. I almost always looked at Bethesda as kind of like an Xbox type publisher. You know what I mean? Like I always just kind of felt like if they were to be a first party, they would be an Xbox. So I didn't really ever think about that. And to me, that was just good news. It was like, all right, finally they're coming home. You know what I mean? But when you get into things like Take-Two or Rockstar, even if Take-Two and Rockstar broke apart and Rockstar went its own way, and then they bought Take-Two, then that would be a little bit different. You know what I mean? But buying Rockstar, I don't know. I don't think they should buy Take-Two. I just don't think that would bring the brand recognition that Xbox really needs. If you know what I mean, like it just doesn't. I don't care if they hate them. Gatekeep, we gatekeep. Yeah, I know. The way I see it, Warner Brothers or Take-Two or Ubisoft would sell. Microsoft would buy them straight away. That would be a good portfolio if they bought like Ubisoft or Warner Brothers too. That definitely would. I don't know if they would buy Ubisoft. I don't think Ubisoft fought its way out of. Somebody else was trying to buy out Ubisoft, and Ubisoft fought really hard so that they couldn't take them over. I don't remember who it was, but they actually did get away from it and start moving on their own. They were getting pretty aggressive with trying to take them over too. Gatekeep, yeah. I probably went to town some amount of oh damn. Moon Studios, I believe. Is it Moon? I think it's Moon. Want them to gatekeep GTA? No, I know. They wouldn't do that though. I don't think they would. That would be dumb to buy a game that sells that much just to put it on just one console. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they? Like, you got to look at that from a business point of view. If they did buy GTA, if they did buy Take-Two, that's one they would still continue to do multi-platform on. Bethesda's a different story. I mean, and if they did that, if they did buy Take-Two and left GTA out there for everyone else, I guarantee Elder Scrolls 6 would be going to PlayStation as well. Right now, it just doesn't make any sense because Bethesda, that would rub a lot of Bethesda developers the wrong way. They'd be like, wait, man, you're going to buy us and make us only put stuff on Xbox when we got fans we know and love on PlayStation, but then you're going to buy Take-Two and let them develop for Sony as well? Like what the hell, man? Like, why are we slapping our fans in the face over this acquisition, but you're going to let Take-Two do that? Like, you guys are talking so much stuff that just doesn't make business sense, like, at all. Like, it doesn't. Well, you cannot buy somebody like Take-Two that sells billions of dollars worth of Grand Theft Auto games, multi-platform, and then expect them to bring it all to one console. That doesn't make sense. Like, Bethesda is a different story. Bethesda's not, I mean, there's no Bethesda game that's equal to a GTA. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they are like obviously quality for people that play them or whatever, but the money that GTA makes just doesn't make sense to limit that to one console. That would be like taking Minecraft and be like, nope, it's only on Xbox. And Minecraft's like a GTA, man. Like, Minecraft's a GTA, bro, and they leave it multi-platform and it makes them money. And that's what they would do if they bought Grand Theft Auto. And if they did that, then they would have to let Bethesda continue to serve their fans on other platforms too. And I mean, that's my biggest thing. Like, me personally, as a PlayStation and an Xbox fan, if Microsoft and Bethesda came out and said, hey guys, you know what? Everything we make is going to be 1 year exclusive on Xbox, and then we'll put it on PlayStation, I wouldn't bat an eye, dude. I wouldn't even be upset about that. I mean, if you guys ask for, I mean, that's kind of my opinion, looking at it from a business point of view. It's not going to be on one console. It's on PC and every phone and tablet. Do you know how much Skyrim made? I don't know how much Skyrim made. I never really looked at those numbers, Cabbage, but I'm sure it did a lot. Skyrim has been a really popular game for Bethesda, and they're giving us an update in November when GTA was supposed to be doing an update in November as well. They should make the new Minecraft Xbox ecosystem exclusive. Yeah, I don't, guys, I don't necessarily think that really falls into Microsoft's like ambition plans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, guys. I want Xbox to do well. Trust me, guys. Like, I do. I'm rooting for Xbox this generation. I really am. I really want to see them compete toe to toe with Sony and bring us that ecosystem that's going to compete and it's going to push both to do better and grow and expand. But some of these acquisitions that are floating around out there, I don't necessarily know if they make sense for Microsoft to go out of their way to buy. I mean, those are some pretty freaking hard hitting. Those are some pretty hard hitting franchises themselves. And those should be out there as competition, to continually put the bar up higher. I don't think anybody should buy Take-Two. I think Take-Two should remain its own entity and continue to put out what they put out. I mean, if they were like going bankrupt and like everything was falling apart, then yeah, Microsoft, step in, fix that. I'm okay with Microsoft buying certain companies, guys. I'm not okay with them buying these companies and then gatekeeping everything like PlayStation. Two wrongs don't necessarily make a right. And I know that people would have a lot easier access to these games if they were Microsoft. But if they buy them all, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to have to really put a lot more thought into this because, hey, what's up, Andrew in chat? Hey, Polly, how you doing, man? Welcome back, Mr. Glass. Polly. It makes perfect sense, and they would still make bank. Think of all the people who would buy Game Pass or on PC or even their phone and tablet. I'm not saying they wouldn't make money, Cabbage. I'm not saying that at all. Or Xbox could just do what Sony does and make GTA 6 another high-profile third-party 2-year exclusive. Do you guys remember the backlash that Microsoft got over Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider? You remember when was it Rise of Tomb Raider? Yeah, Rise of Tomb Raider. You remember the backlash that they got when they paid for that exclusivity? I'm still confused on what we're talking about. Acquisitions. We're talking about acquisitions right now, Wendell. I'm not 100% against them buying any of these companies. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm really not. Like, why does Sony gatekeep God of War or The Last of Us? Those are technically first-party, Sony developed titles. I mean, like, it does make sense for them to gatekeep stuff like that, but those are all coming to PC. They are. I mean, eventually PC is going to be the one ecosystem where you can buy everything you want without having to buy a console or buy into a console, or buy into the console market anymore. Like that as soon as Sony gets their feet under them and figures out how to start pumping these games out day one, they're going to come to PC, man. I really do honestly believe that that's what's holding Sony back is the know-how, not the will, but the know-how to get these games into the PC market as fast as possible. It was funny because no one bats an eye when Sony does time. I have been against that for a while. I'm really, but when Xbox did, they lose their shit over too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that really stung because as a PlayStation fan, like playing Lara Croft back on PS1, like I could see where that stings, man. I understand. It's like, wait, dude, like Lara Croft started life on PlayStation. Like now you're not gonna freaking. I mean, like I was pissed back then, guys, because I was still a PlayStation fanboy back then. I was pissed. I was like, really, dude? I don't get to play Lara Croft for a year. That made me so freaking mad. Then now my stance on third party, timed exclusives, like that shit pisses me off, man. That really does make me mad nowadays. If Microsoft or PlayStation are going to buy studios, whatever, so be it. But if you're going to time exclusive a game, that's crap, dude. I do think Warner Brothers or Sega makes more sense for Xbox to buy. Square Enix, Capcom, Konami, any of those other Japanese companies, that doesn't make sense. Sega, that kind of makes sense. Because Sega used to be a platform developer. So that kind of makes sense to me, for Sega and Microsoft to join. And, I thought that's what they were going to do in the beginning of this generation. I thought they were going to market Xbox Series X and S under the Sega brand in China or in Japan, to and Sega be like a partner or something, like a Japanese partner. Um, Maybe they buy Take-Two and make exclusive to boost Game Pass and console sales on places they lack. Send a message to Sony to step up on games. I mean, Insomniac wasn't an OG studio, and GTA would be on PC if they bought them. Yeah, I don't know where all this Take-Two came from, man. I don't see Take-Two selling out to anybody. If they do, it's going to be like Tencent or something, dude. They're not going to sell out to any of the platforms because they know they're a smart enough company to know that they want their stuff to stay multi-plat. So I don't think Take-Two is on the market for Microsoft or PlayStation, to tell you the truth. And if it was going to be on the market for one of those, they would more than likely go with Sony. If you want my complete honest opinion, I think Warner Brothers makes more sense as an acquisition than Take-Two, and they should also pull a Sony and start adding money for timed exclusivity. I don't know, man. I don't feel good about it when Sony does it. I still wouldn't feel good about it when Microsoft does it, man. We'll get games to PC, but you're mad if you think Microsoft wouldn't snap Take-Two up in a second. I'm not saying that they wouldn't. I mean, if the deal was there and it looked right, yeah, I can't wait to see Sony exclusives come day one on PC for 60, not $70. That would be a straight slap in the face for everybody that's got a freaking PlayStation 5, man. That would be irritating. GTA 6 and onward would be exclusive. And oh, how I would feast on the salt. Yeah, I know. Cercio facts, timed exclusives is bullshit. I think it is. I think it's bullshit when either one of them do it, man. If PlayStation does it, it's crap. If Xbox does it, that's crap. Dude, I don't like timed exclusives. That shit pisses me off, because when it does, it all has to do with Tomb Raider last generation, man. When I bought that PlayStation and I was like, fuck Xbox, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Xbox did that made me so mad that I was like, dude, I literally had to wait a year to play that game after everybody had already played it. I was so mad that this generation, I decided that shit ain't going to happen ever again, dude. Like, I'm going to get my game day one. Like, I don't care. If I have to have a PlayStation and then an Xbox, it's not going to happen to me again. Xbox is still in third place. They have a long way to go before people could start claiming monopoly. So they have to be very smart with the acquisitions. I think they do too. Yeah, I don't think original Tomb Raider was exclusive. I think it was on Sega Saturn as well, and PC or something. I know it was on more platforms than just PlayStation. I'm just saying, like, it basically started life on PlayStation, like in the PlayStation 1 era. So, I mean, PlayStation fans have grown up with Lara Croft since PlayStation 1. So it just seems like yeah, I would much rather than. What's up, my friend? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I have Michael, I have no idea how the Patreon works. I set it up because people were asking about it. So I set one up, and then I'm actually thinking about doing content for that, like my top 10 games or something, or like special reviews of older games that I played, and like do my top 10 games and then do like a special review of each one of those games and why I liked it, and why it meant so much to me. I'm still thinking, it's still kind of in a planning phase. Just keeping up with all this. I'm still trying to figure out all of this. Yeah, I set it up a few days ago, window, like a week or so ago. I think I actually put a description, a link. I just don't like to talk about it, advertise it too much, because I don't really expect you guys to like really give me money, dude. I really don't. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, so YouTube will start sending me money for advertising and stuff like that, so that I can get advertising deals and other things. I don't necessarily expect you guys to like give me money, dude. I really don't. But if you do, just know that it will be going back into this to make this platform better, to make my content better, to make everything better, so that I can continue to grow and put out better content that everybody wants. Right now, Sony is blocking Xbox from Deathloop. That's true. Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's true. Kana, Forspoken. Yes, you're right. Delusional grandeur. You are not lying, and that is basically Sony's plan this generation is to try to gatekeep as much as they can to fill in the gaps to consistently push out exclusive content regularly. That's their main plan. That's basically what they've got going on. They've already said, they're going to try to get as much exclusive stuff out, whether that's a combination of first party / third party deals. I mean, that's the Sony we're dealing with now. That's the Sony we're dealing with this generation. And yeah, it really does suck. But as long as Sony's on top, as long as people are buying PlayStation 5s 2-1, that's not going to change. Should Xbox go out there and buy a whole bunch of studios up and make them first party? They kind of have to. They don't really have a choice. Do I think they should buy something like Take-Two and then confine it to the Xbox platform? That's a really hard one for me, guys. That's a really hard one for me to swallow. If they did it, I would accept it and move on, whatever. But I don't want this. I don't want this to be like one of those things where it's like, I don't want Xbox to be a hated brand for stuff. I want Xbox to keep pushing forward with the plan they've got. And I want to see some of the other games that they've bought, that they've invested in, come out first before I see them buying, Take-Two. But I don't see Take-Two selling, by the way. But who cares if your stuff is multi-plat or not? And Sony can't afford them. Yeah, guys, we got them out so I can play more. Oh, damn. What's up, Andrew? How's everything going? Yes, I have an Xbox Series X, and I'm having trouble finding the time to play the amount of games. Exactly, dude. I think most of the people that follow this channel, man, you got more time than money. I mean, you got more money than time. So that's kind of where I'm at, dude. I literally just bought that freaking I just bought that game that Life is Strange True Colors, dude. Oh man. And I'm like 3.5 hours into it. I don't know if I'm going to get the time. I bought too many games, guys. Too many games. With that logic, I've grown up playing Spider-Man on it. Yeah, you're right, Cabbage. I get that, man. Like, I'm really not trying to argue about that. I just, dude, I don't want to see Microsoft go down this path where they're looking like the big freaking giant. Like, I like the way they look right now. Okay, guys. Like, I like the positivity that they're bringing to the gaming the gaming industry as a whole, man. I don't want them to be like that. Oh yeah, well, we got all the money. We're just going to buy these studios and lock everyone. Like, I don't want them to look like that. Optics matter. Like, either way you look at it, like, Sony's taking a lot of shit for this dumb shit they're doing, and Microsoft is looking all great right now. If Microsoft starts buying companies like Take-Two, I mean, Bethesda was pretty big, dude. That was pretty big. I was like, oh gosh, all right, let's let this blow over, So I don't want to see them doing any more of those high profile buyouts. I don't know. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? I love Xbox, and I would love to get all those games on Game Pass and blah 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 down the road. Whatever. But at the same time, I don't want Xbox to be that, because everybody already is already talking about. Don't give the ponies more ammunition, my guy. I hate the DLCs being timed exclusive. Like oh yeah, dude. Sony is the leaders, so they're making the rules on the timed exclusivity deals. Everybody cried when Microsoft. Exactly, dude. And now we're stuck with this shit, because everybody beat Microsoft up. That's what they do, man. They kick Microsoft. They kick them and kick them and kick them. But then when Sony does this shit, nobody gives a shit. Nobody says anything. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, Sony's the greatest, man. Look at the stuff they bring us. And it's like, hey, dude, fuck Sony, man. Everybody could have got to play that game day one. But Sony had to go and, screw shit up, man. That's the kind of shit that's making me mad against Sony, guys. That's the kind of shit that makes me pissed off, about Sony. It's like, come on, man. I already love your first-party Sony PlayStation games, dude. I love your first-party stuff. I'm not going anywhere, man. I will buy a PlayStation and buy every single one of them titles day one without question. Like, you already got me. I don't need you to go out and pay for timed exclusives to not let anybody else have the opportunity to play those games. Michael Milber, Andrew, you're cool. I wouldn't mind. I just want to be able to send you money when I have it. Nice, dude. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. I mean, if you guys join the Patreon and support this channel, dude, I'm much appreciated. I really am. It's really cool. Yeah, you're gonna need the money for glasses. The way you sit so close to your. Actually, you know what, dude? OLED and 4K is a lot better than QLED in this close. So I think I might be doing all right now. What's up, Rog? Hope you reach your goal. I hope I do too. So, guys, my goal. I think I was being a little unrealistic. You know, I was just trying to get to 1,000, but now I think I want 1 million. No, I'm just joking. I think I want 1 million subscribers. So we need to get there. And you think the end of the year's too harsh of a deadline? No, I'm just joking. And if I don't hit it, then I fail and I quit. No, I'm just joking. Oh, damn. GTA 5 made 911 million worldwide. That's chump change to Microsoft, who are looking to build an ecosystem with games that draw people in. I'd say, yeah, I mean, I think that if they did buy Take-Two Cabbage, I think that's probably the last one they could get away with, man. And I would much rather them buy a lot of other smaller studios. I would rather them focus their money because, like, let's face it, GTA 5. What are we going to get? All the way up to like GTA 35? I mean, think about this logically, dude. We are at a point where it's like, how many more GTAs do you think people are really going to care about? I don't know. Like, I feel like, I mean, I get kind of, you know, well, I don't know. I don't get burnt out on Assassin's Creed. So, I mean, I don't know, man. People that really love GTA, it might make sense. It might make sense in the long run. Xbox should smack Sony in the face with their own. Yeah, I know. I feel like they need to get Capcom or Sega. I think Sega would be a better fit, to be completely honest, because they used to be a platform holder. So I think Sega would bring more to the table than, say, a Capcom or, you know, Square Enix or anything else. I think Sega would be a much better fit for Xbox. I honestly do. And they could, because they've already got a foothold in Japan. Sega as a whole already has a foothold in Japan. So if they merged with Microsoft, I feel like that would be the smartest strategic entry point into the Japanese market for Xbox. So I think that, me personally, I think that would be the best deal. Unless they were going to try to buy Nintendo again, and Nintendo would just laugh at him like, ha, 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 you bought them. You tried to buy me? Yeah, that would just be funny, man. I don't know. Xbox is only hated by the fanboys and dumb people. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, get them likes up. Great topic, Frog. I don't have an Xbox. I have a PS5 and Switch, but I don't have any trouble finding games to play. There are more than enough games to enjoy, and I'm sure that yeah, dude, Xbox is the same, man. It's just that stupid narrative that the Xbox don't have nothing. It gets so dumb, man. Like, does anybody really believe that everybody on the planet that buys a console is literally going out there just to buy it for exclusives? I mean, I know people that literally buy a PlayStation every generation to play Madden. I literally know people that they buy a PlayStation to play Madden. They don't play anything else but Madden or Call of Duty or something like that. I know we'll defeat PlayStation 5 and put Xbox on top, GTA 6 on Game Pass. I think that would be a better deal for Xbox anyways. Just pay for, you know, GTA to put it on Xbox or Game Pass. Like, that, why would they have to buy the whole company when they could just secure a deal like that, you know? Yeah, 3 billion gamers. They sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Yeah, I do get that, man. But fighting fire with fire is going to leave a lot of people freaking burned, dude. A lot of scorched earth. And would it really be worth the image loss for Microsoft to do that, man? I mean, like, look at the heat they're already taking for Bethesda, bro. I mean, and when you got, you know, Aaron Greenberg and and, you know, everybody else coming out and saying, yeah, dude, Bethesda games are going to be on Xbox and they're going to be exclusive to Xbox. I mean, there's a lot of mad people out there, man, and there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of sway over a lot of minds on YouTube and other platforms that are spreading dissent. Dude, my channel has 800, what is it? I think we're like 860 subscribers. So that's 860 people that might listen to me fairly regularly to be influenced to be like, hey man, Microsoft's really not the harshest company in the world. You know, they could be a lot worse. Versus like somebody like Yang Yeah that's got almost 1 million subscribers and he's like, oh yeah, man, I love PlayStation and PlayStation's the greatest. Or Dreamcast guy, dude, he's like almost 100,000 subscribers. They have way more pull over the gaming community than I do. You know what I mean? And I mean, like you got like what, Colt Eastwood and Dealer and all those other guys that are like pretty much Xbox centric. I mean, there's PlayStation guys out there that combine all of those guys. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, dude, like fighting fire with fire. There's not enough of us. There's not enough of us positive Xbox channels that could soften the blow for some of the stuff that we're talking about, guys. It's just not, there's just not enough. And I still do have a place in my heart that I love Sony, dude. I love my PlayStation first party games. So I'll never be 100% negative against Sony. But at the same time, like, how do we tip that balance to where more people are going to invest in the Xbox ecosystem and use that as their daily driver to kind of balance the scales so that we can stop getting all this, you know, this so that we can kind of put an end to the whole third-party exclusivity stuff, man. I think Take-Two is not a good option in my opinion. I think Take-Two would bring a negative because I mean, like, people love NBA 2K, right? They love GTA 6, but those games are heavily monetized in their multiplayer and online. Do we really want that kind of mindset in the Xbox ecosystem? I don't know if we'd want that in the PlayStation ecosystem. I mean, I don't know, man. It just, oh, guys, I don't know. I don't want to be like completely negative about it. At the same time, I do want Microsoft to buy studios that are going to increase brand recognition and give Microsoft a much better name going forward. Companies like EA and Take-Two and all the other ones that are heavily monetized in those online markets, Activision, those are not good fits for a platform holder to buy. They're just not. They've already got like negative. They've got too much negative baggage. I mean, like Activision with all of its employee harassment stuff, guys. I just don't see. I don't see these guys as bringing any good to either any of these platforms. If they go first party, like they would be bad for the PlayStation brand as well. I mean, Tencent, whatever. I mean, if they buy them, like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like they're already into those scummy practices, and they're, you know, with their phone industry and phone games. If they bought GTA 6, there wouldn't be any salt. There would just be a bunch more Game Pass subs. Yeah, you're right. I'm you know, Cabbage. I understand, you know, how you're looking at it, and trust me, I mean, I do look at it that way too. But then at the other end of the spectrum, bro, I also see the bigger picture of what Microsoft's trying to create. And these heavily monetized microtransaction heavy games and companies that do that, I don't necessarily think that would be good for Xbox going forward. And Jen and Sony needs to be smacked down with their pocket. Yeah. Thanks, Straggly Rock. Hey, you're right about that. Sony takes all the glory. They do, man. Sony's got a lot of freaking mouths out there that stand by them, dude. And I mean, like, I love Sony too, guys. Like I do. I love my PlayStation. I love my PlayStation first party games, but I like the energy that Microsoft is bringing to the gaming community. I love it. I love it more than I've never been more hyped for a gaming for an ecosystem than I am for Microsoft right now. Like, I'm rooting for the underdog, and I'm like, yeah, man, keep going, dude. Keep buying strategic third-party companies that are going to make Xbox a better brand, that are going to return Microsoft back to the days of the RPGs, back to the days of, you know, 360, man. Like, I want that Microsoft back because I thought that Microsoft was good. You know what, guys? I still have access to my old gamer my old gamer tag that I had before, before my son passed away. And I got on there and I was looking dude, I literally played the 360 very casually. And like, there's so many freaking games that I played on that thing, man, that I was like, wow, dude, I really did play the 360 a lot more than I thought I did. Because there would be times where where I would buy games on the Xbox, like some of that stuff. And like my kids would like to play a lot of stuff, that's where we played stuff like Army of Two and Mercenaries. There was a lot of good games on that 360 that I did buy, and I did play. I think that's where I played the Castlevania Lords of Shadows, and some other games, but I still have access to that. So it was kind of good to go back there and look through that. LOL Cabbage, so try about more Game Pass apps. So true. Capcom, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter, Mega Man, Resident Evil. Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Onyx. Capcom would be Capcom is a proud company, Onyx. Capcom is a very proud company. I don't think that Capcom would sell out unless they were really hurting financially. I think that they would want to be more of I think they would want to be more independent. I don't think they would want to. I don't think they would do that. I just don't think Capcom would be. I don't think Capcom's on the market. I was just kidding. What were you kidding about, Wendell? Let's see. Where were you? Yeah, we're going to need more money for glasses. Oh, was that it? Like the glasses thing? You were just kidding? Yeah, I know. I definitely need the money, man, for glasses. No, I'm just joking, guys. Wow, dude, I'm getting pretty far behind here, ain't I? Okay, where were we at? Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, man. Wow, you guys are way ahead of me. Okay, Sony makes it seem that all these games are on their platform, but it's not true. Xbox could have those games too, but Sony is greedy. It's not that Sony's greedy, Michael. It's Sony is working out a strategy that they had planned, and they're pushing full forward with it. I mean, it's a strategy to continue to convince people that PlayStation is the best place to play. And, like that's a strategy that's worked for them for a very long time. Yes, me personally, I'm against the whole third-party thing, doing the third-party exclusives. But I mean, if Xbox does it, that's the norms and values of what's going on. So I mean, like if they do it, it's going to be fine. But it hurts gamers that can't afford to have both consoles, man. It really freaking hurts both. It hurts the gaming industry more than it helps it. It keeps everybody tied to a single platform when they're not allowed to make a choice. And then, like, I don't know. I think it holds back growth, to tell you the truth. Red Dead, LA Noire, Borderlands, Sid Meier's. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Cabbage. I mean, if 2K and Rockstar broke apart and then went their separate ways, then maybe it would be beneficial for Microsoft to buy Take-Two. But Sony made Forspoken and Knights of the Old Republic timed exclusive, and Microsoft is just supposed to kick rocks. No. I don't think so. They should do the same thing to Sony. I mean, strategically, yeah, maybe Polybaba. I think you guys might be onto something for sure. But at the same time, Microsoft already has a lot of damage and baggage to fix, man. To fix, to get into people's homes, to get into their to win their hearts and minds, man. And if Microsoft bought one of those bigger companies, or paid for a whole lot of timed exclusives like Sony's doing, I don't know, man. Yeah, because timed exclusive does absolutely nothing for the consumer. If Sony actually wanted to do something for their customers, they would have either discounted those games or added them to PS Plus now. Yeah. Just keep up your real opinion and don't fold to clowns that don't like your opinion, and you'll get 1 million subscribers. I want 1 million subscribers, man. I want 1 million so bad. No, I'm just joking. Frog, they have 140 billion. They still have 120 billion. You're right. Cabbage, Microsoft could buy Sony 5 times and put them on Game Pass. Like, they could just buy Sony and put them on Game Pass, bro. Like, I mean, that's probably the ultimate goal, you know, but they gotta win everybody over first, you know. Yeah, what are we going to wait 10 years for GTA? Yeah, dude. I don't know. GTA is just their schedule for putting out games, man. Do we really want Microsoft to buy GTA and then wait 10 years for them to put out a game? People are already complaining having to wait a couple years for Bethesda games, dude. Seriously. Take-Two is bad, man. They need to get Capcom, in my opinion. I think Capcom's too proud, though, Onyx. I don't think Capcom would sell out unless they had to. Unless Capcom games just took a dive and they weren't doing anything and they needed that money. I think that's the only way you would see Japanese companies. They don't fold that often, man. And if they do, they just restructure and try to turn things around, man. They normally don't go out of their way to sell themselves. So, I mean, acquiring any Japanese company, especially like a Capcom that's been around as long as I can remember, or Konami or Sega or any of these guys, that's going to be a pretty tough get, man. If Microsoft actually convinces one of these Japanese companies to become Xbox first party, it's because that Japanese company really believes in Xbox's vision and wants to be a part of that more than they want to be their own thing. Japanese people are a lot more like they're proud of what they do. You know what I mean? Like they really believe in themselves and their products. And like I don't know, man. Like I would love to see Sega become a part of Xbox. I think that would be a good fit. Just growing up with Sega the way I have, and seeing where Xbox is trying to go as a company. I personally think Sega, out of all the Japanese companies, would be the best fit for Xbox, solely because they used to be a platform holder. So I think that Sega would be an integral part of that. And for, like Nintendo just announced that Sega games are going to be on the new Nintendo online going forward. I still think that they would keep that in place going forward as well. I don't necessarily think Microsoft looks at Nintendo as much. I mean, obviously they do look at them as competition, because they obviously brought out the Series X to combat the PS5 and the Series S to combat the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I think that's where that's headed. Yeah, I'm thinking almost half over. Well, they already said. I mean, like the CEO of the guys in charge of GTA 6, they've already said they're waiting until there's more next gen consoles on the market, because they're not messing around with last gen. They're not going to even worry about doing a last gen game. They're just going all next gen. So yeah, it's going to be whenever the sales for the new consoles really pick up. It was a good game there. The only reason I'd ever buy a PlayStation for exclusives, all my other main gaming needs are met with Xbox. Yeah, definitely. Boy! Oh, man, I'm running out of water and my mouth's getting pretty dry. Do you know Elder Scrolls 6 will be on Game Pass? Oh, yeah, definitely. Day one, Elder Scrolls 6, everything Bethesda makes is coming straight to Game Pass. Microsoft should buy a Sobo and focus on story-driven games. Will you grab me another water? I think Asobo would be a good fit. Honestly, Asobo would be a good fit for Xbox. I do think that would be a good fit, and I think that might already be in the works, to be completely honest with you. Focus. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about Focus Home Interactive, too. Yeah, I do think Asobo is probably already in the works. That's going to be like their Their Housemark? No, I'm just joking. They're definitely better than Housemark, dude. I had a Sony fanboy say the Game Pass is going to destroy Xbox. No, I'm still confused on Game Pass and how they make money. Okay, Wendell, let me break down the math of this for you a little bit so that you understand. Say you spend, $100 million to build a game, right? And then you build this game, and then say 1 to 3 million people buy this game. Okay, so 3 million people buy that game. What, $60? $60. I got to pull out my calculator real quick. 3 million people times $60. That's $180 million that they got back for that $100 million investment, right? But clear that. But say they got 20 million Game Pass subscribers, and then you times that by the $15. That's $300 million, man. If only 3 million people buy that game, they're only getting, what was that, 180 million? But if 20 million people are signed up to Game Pass and have access to that game, they're still already making more than that budget just by putting that on Game Pass. And maybe all 20 million people aren't going to play that game window, but that game is already paid for. That development is already paid for just by putting that game on there. And that's just in 1 month. That's just 1 month. $300 million in 1 month, they made that. So if they put out a game every month and they're getting that $300 million on their $100 million investment return, yeah, I mean, it is pretty simple math, you know what I mean? And I don't think Xbox games are at the $100 million range. Maybe some of them are, but not a lot of them. So I think that's kind of where you're at. Plus, they don't need to advertise big advertisement per game. Now they just advertise Game Pass, and that cuts down on advertising money. All they got to do is say, "Oh yeah, Game Pass." They're talking up Game Pass, and they're like, "Well, Halo Infinite's coming to Game Pass day one." So they're like, "Oh yay!" And then they just hype up Game Pass, and then talk about how they're putting these games day one on Game Pass. That's how they're making their money on it, man. It's pretty simple. To be completely honest, you got 20 million people paying a $15 sub every month. That's plenty of money, man. That's a lot of money. I feel like Monster Hunter can be like there's Xbox Pokemon. Yeah, you're definitely right. I do feel like Capcom would be great, but I mean, Capcom's a strong enough brand all on its own. Well, I don't know. Like, window, it's not free. 20 million people pay $15.99 a month. Yeah. Xbox makes money off the millions of subs month, pays devs some cabbage. Besides GTA 6, those aren't system sellers, bro. Pegasus Club will be feared. They will spread the new narrative. I know, I know Game Pass isn't free, but once you pay $16 a month, then you have access to a large game base. And then when a new game comes out, you're not paying for it, so it seems free. Yeah, exactly. That's the benefit of having a Game Pass subscription. You're saving a shitload of money. But okay, so Wendell, if the average person only buys like 4 games a year, I mean, like they'll still buy their 4 games a year, but if they still have that, and that other extra like $15 a month that they tack onto that, they're still literally, you know where I'm going with this, man. I mean, they're getting a whole hell of a lot more games, so the deal is way better for them to just keep that subscription, man. Bridge of Spirits is a good game playing it on the PC because I don't have a PS5. I don't think I'd want to play it on a PS5. Already have the controller, but I'm using the Xbox controller. Nice. LOL. That's scummy practice. Window, they're right in Game Pass forever. They're not. They're not in Game Pass forever. You get the option to buy the game at discount. Yeah, I mean you could definitely buy those games too. And there's still people that don't want the Game Pass because they don't want the clutter. So they just welcome to the show, Cino09. Can't add people on Xbox. Why? I don't get that. Hold on. I got. Hey Peter, how you doing, man? Anthony, welcome back, guys. Emmanuel Andre, how's it going, guy? Shrek, how you doing, buddy? I lost myself. I'm like I'm way behind, guys. Oh damn. Okay, right there. Carol, hey Carol, Pegasus Club is a cult. If you join, you have to be all Sony. Period. No way that worked for me. I like my Xbox games too. Yeah, dude, I'm joining a stupid club, man. My gosh, it's just guys. I understand. There's a lot of mouthpieces out there for Sony, guys. There really is. Yeah, I mean, like Xbox has got Colt and Zalker and Dealer and all these other games, and they're great, but I mean, they're just man. Like Xbox needs a little more love, man. They're doing good. I used to run a game store. I've been playing games for over 35 years. Xbox is the best deal in gaming right now, hands down, no matter what. Like, you can literally go buy an Xbox All Access for $25 a month for an Xbox Series X, or what was it, $35 a month. You can mow a lawn and make $35 a month and get Game Pass with that subscription. So I don't know, man. Xbox has just made it really easy. One thing Xbox really does need to do is expand more. They need to expand to other countries, because I've got people in my comments all the time that are talking about, well, we can't get that here. We can't get that here. And I'm like, gosh, where are you guys at? And it's like me, I'm always like, oh yeah, Xbox Game Pass, such value. And there's like other people out there that don't even have access to this just yet. So, I mean, that sucks too. So Xbox has got that to invest in. I would much rather them invest outward like that at the same time and stop and well, not stop buying companies, but just kind of hold off on the bigger ones, especially publishers that rely heavily on microtransactions. We really don't want that in our Xbox first party, do we, guys? We don't want that. They aren't paying any extra fees. Yeah, exactly. Well, Returnal sold like 560,000 copies. If it was on Game Pass, millions. Oh yeah, dude. So many people would have played that game on Game Pass. No freaking questions asked. How is it sustainable by someone putting out a service like that? And that would be an incentive to not buy games. Okay, well, yeah, you can definitely look at that, because I don't necessarily think Game Pass is for hardcore gamers like myself, Window. Game Pass is for the casual gamer. The casual gamer that's going to buy a PlayStation 5 to play Madden every year. That's the casual gamer, dude. That's who Microsoft is after. They want these guys to play more games. The more games they play in the ecosystem, the more chance it is to sell these guys something else. You know what I mean? That right. Game Pass is the smartest freaking idea any freaking video game company has ever come up with. This isn't for game players like you and me, Wendell. This is not for hardcore gamers, bro. And that's where everybody's getting screwed up, thinking like, oh man, but like if they're giving away these games, that why would anybody want to buy games anymore? This isn't for you and me, man. I still buy my games. Everybody else, this isn't for hardcore gamers, bro. This is for the casual people that are going to buy 2 to 4 games a year, and that's all they're going to play. This is for them. This is for the moms and the dads that buy their kid a console, get them a subscription so they can play whatever they want. This isn't for hardcore gamers. Hardcore gamers are still going to buy their games. They don't care. They don't want to be bogged down with Game Pass or anything else. They want to be able to hit the biggest market possible, which is the casual gamer, man. The people that actively go out and buy a console to play a few games. They want to give them people so many freaking options, so many options that they can get more into. Like, Yeah, dude. As soon as people wrap their head around that and understand what Game Pass really is, Game Pass isn't just there to give you a value or to give you a lot of games to play. Game Pass is a system designed to pull people into an ecosystem and give them like to yeah, dude, this is the best advertising slash freaking monetization a console developer has ever dreamed of, man. I don't like how Sony can do timed exclusives, but somehow Xbox can't. I want Xbox to break Sony's back and do the exact same thing. Oh, they are. Dude, Polly, you guys don't even understand, man. Like I was just telling Wendell, like Xbox has a plan, man, and it's doing pretty good. Like at the end of the day, I think Xbox is going to be neck and neck with PlayStation this generation. Like they're going to be up there. And we're going to see a lot less of that just by Microsoft's sheer force. Think of it. All these games that are coming out on the PlayStation timed exclusivities, whenever they're done with that, they might actually go straight to Game Pass too. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like seriously, like who's going to want to go out of their way to buy a year-old game for full price, dude? I mean, not a lot of people. I remember when I first got Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider on my PlayStation 4 Pro. Man, I got that game with every single download or every single DLC for like $39.99, dude. It wasn't even full price. Like I got a steal, you know, for waiting a whole year for that game. Everyone has a price frog. Nobody thought about Bethesda. I think they something Japanese centric with a bunch of good IPs like Capcom. I don't know if Onyx, if I was you, I wouldn't put my money on Capcom. I haven't heard one thing about Capcom hurting for money. You got Resident Evil doing really well. You've got Monster Hunter blowing the doors off things, dude. The attach rate for Nintendo Switch is pretty freaking high, dude. You've got Monster Hunter, World. Capcom's sitting pretty right now, man. Capcom's sitting pretty. They're doing pretty good, man. So I don't know if Capcom's going to be if Capcom would really be on the radar. I think, honestly, I don't think any Japanese company right now is really super hurting. I think that, honestly, the best acquisition chance we would have of Japanese is going to be Sega. And that's because they share a mutual understanding or a mutual agreement to combine and be bigger, to be better. That's where my money's at, man. That's just how I'm thinking, I'm trying to think outside of the box and not look at all the stuff that people want, but the things that make sense too. At the end of the day, you think Sony is winning hearts and minds? No, they are winning because they gatekeep. Yeah, that's true, man. And if we could get rid of the negative connotation of Game Pass, look at Wendell, look at Wendell's comment, about that people like it making it so people won't want to buy games. Like I have Game Pass and I still buy my games that I want to buy on there. I usually only use that to support Microsoft. I'm a Patreon for Microsoft, and to be able to try games that I think might be interesting, but I really don't know if I want to invest that money into them. That's what I use Game Pass for, and it saves me money. That $15 a month saves me at least a couple $100, man. I do. Xbox. I'm still waiting on Final Fantasy VII, and that time exclusivity deal has already lapsed, but I still don't have it on my Xbox. So I want Microsoft to kick Sony in the balls until they start playing fair. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Time for Uncle Phil to bring out the money. Yeah, I mean, Sony paid another 6 months. Well, that 6 months is getting pretty close too. I think December the gloves are going to come off for that now. If I was Uncle Phil, I would buy everything the Anti-Monopoly Commission would allow me to buy. Yeah. I mean, that would be fine and all at the same time. What's up, Shrek? Xbox doesn't have to buy companies. They can just have a deal contracts where the company makes some games exclusively for them. Yeah, I'm okay with them doing that, like going out and having like a third party company, like the Bloodborne situation, like going out and hiring from software to make them a first party, exclusive. Like those are fine too. Like I'm okay with those. I'm just not cool with them doing multi-plat games as a freaking exclusivity, a timed exclusive. That shit's irritating as hell. Microsoft is so huge that in the long run, it's better for them to buy a company than to simply buy a game from that company. Yeah. I do, Anthony. I do think xCloud is Xbox answer for handheld gaming. I don't think they'll ever. I mean, their Surface phone is technically what they would use for that. I would say it's the answer to it. Yeah, I haven't played my Xbox for a while. Actually, waiting on Back for Blood and Forza Horizon 5. I play all third parties on the PS though. Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, that's a lot of like I switched to the Xbox third party, buying third party games on Xbox, purely for resolution reasons, man. And I haven't looked back yet. A dongle for your TV, yeah, that would be kind of cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I think that streaming is probably the best way for them to do that. Well, I find it hard to believe that I would buy a game after beating it on a service like Game Pass. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not ashamed to say I downloaded and played all the way through the Medium and did not purchase that game. That's why I never reviewed it, because I downloaded it on there and played it. So there's really no reason for me to go out there and review it when everybody else could just play it. Yeah, I mean, I do buy well, I bought DLC on Flight Simulator before I decided to just buy that. Cino 9, I can't add people on Xbox. I already read that. I don't understand what that means. I just don't know how Sony sold 100 plus million consoles, but exclusives only sell like 10 million. Doesn't make any. Yeah, I mean, you've been banned. Who's been banned? Oh, CO9. Yeah, I mean the base is $10, but I mean you're still gonna have to have your gold for playing online, so it's just a way to combine them both to kind of get you into buying both. Wait, your math completely confused me because the Game Pass subscribers aren't buying the game. I buy my games still, Window. I do. I know there's a lot of people that I've talked to that actively do buy games after trying them on Game Pass. A lot of people like me are paying for Game Pass just to be able to save money, because it does save me money. It really does. I have over 90 something titles that are on Game Pass now that I bought before they were on Game Pass, and some after I played them on Game Pass, like my Microsoft Flight Simulator. My plan with Microsoft Flight Simulator was to download it, play it for a little while, and be like, okay, whatever. But then I played it, and I was like, wait, man, there's something here. So I bought it. Bought that Typhoon Fighter Jet. Dude, I'm already like $300 into Microsoft Flight Simulator with my flight stick and all the DLC I've bought. Yeah, dude, I don't see myself not playing that game anytime soon. Like, I'm going to continue playing that game. The dev still gets paid, even if people don't buy the game in Game Pass. Yeah, that's very true, because they are funding the whole. I mean, like, the dev gets paid because they're selling the game, and then whatever games on top of the Game Pass people that they sell on that ecosystem, I'm pretty sure they get freaking. I'm pretty sure they get some money off that. Because think of all the people that are like just playing games, like streaming that stuff. People are like, "Wow, man, that looks pretty cool," and then they're like, "Okay, well, do I sign up for Game Pass or do I just buy the game?" You know what I mean? Like, especially if they're streaming that. Oh, hey, Capilla, how you doing, man? I'm sorry, I lost you. How are you? Having issues finding an Xbox game to play? I'm not. I'm not, dude. I just bought another one today. I got video game anxiety again, guys. I'm just buying games. So many freaking new games coming out, so I'm just buying them and buying them. And I did pre-order my copy of Far Cry 6, so I will be playing that on the day it comes out. I just got the base version, though, dude. I'm not paying $120 for that because I've never finished a Far Cry game, so I'm not gonna. If I finish the game and the DLC comes out and I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty cool, I'll probably just buy the DLCs when they launch for that. That's what I did with Watch Dogs because I never really cared about the Watch Dogs DLCs, but Watch Dogs Legion, I did like that, so I did buy that. $300 a month on average. People on Game Pass spend more on games also. Yeah, that's very true. I don't know if I could call Returnal a success. I don't like it and didn't follow that game. Yeah, I don't necessarily, I don't know if, I mean, Sony says it's a success, so whatever, man. If Sony sees that game as a success, then it's a success. It also doesn't stop with Game Pass. People still buy the games on the service as well as DLC. And yeah, you're completely right and I know that's true because I have personally bought games and bought DLC while playing games off of Game Pass. I actually just downloaded Fallout 3 the other day on Game Pass and a couple of other ones so I could check them out. Subnautica. I downloaded Subnautica just the other day on Game Pass, man. I've been looking at that game for a while, but I know it's one of those like survival games. So, dude, I don't do very good with those and I don't play them long enough to care. So I wanted to download it and check it out, see if it's something I could possibly get in. I'm good, bro. Watching the stream, chilling. Nice, Manuel. Thank you. I appreciate you coming. Sorry, I kind of skipped ahead and I was like reading some of the names of people who are in here, and now I'm finally actually getting back to what you guys are saying. So bear with me. I'm way behind on you guys. You guys are blowing this stream up tonight. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of interaction tonight. I'm very happy with that. I end up buying way more games than I originally would have. Yeah, exactly, dude. I spend so much freaking money on games. It's not even funny. So bad, man. I'm surprised I still have a wife, dude, to tell you the truth. I really am. According to Andrew, Returnal was an overpriced AA game. Yeah, it was. It really was. Like if that game would have been $50, it would have hit the market a lot better. It would have. And I think Sony knows that now. I think they see the sales that Returnal got and forced Housemarque to make that game easier and drop the price because it's been on sale for $50 a lot of times now. The Last of Us 2 only sold 4 million copies. Really? Wow. So if it sold 4 million copies, that means 12 million people have played it or more because they buy it, beat it, and take it to GameStop. That's 280 million. One of whereas Game Pass is that each month and growing. Yeah. What? Okay, so I'm like pretty far behind. What I understand is David Joffe's video about Game Pass. What did David Joffe say about it? I haven't watched David Joffe for a very long time. So the last I heard David Joffe was talking about how he liked Game Pass and thought it was great. And that's all. I mean, if he's talking about like the viability of Game Pass, obviously it's there, but I mean, any present, former, or acquaintance PlayStation developer is probably never going to admit that Game Pass is sustainable. Sony is trying to hold that image that like we pump in billions of dollars into making our games, so they're the greatest. There's no way we could sustain that on a subscription, blah, blah, blah. Like that's market speak for, hey man, we're spending a lot of money on these games and we're going to make you pay $70. So yeah, we're not putting them on no Game Pass thing because our games are better than that. We're just, we invest way too much money on them and we have to make a return for the people that fund them. that's about all I can really think of, because if you're only selling 4 fucking million copies of a game and there's like 20 million, I don't know, man. Like, it sounds like that game's a loss to me, man. If you're not selling, I mean, if you're only selling 20 million, I mean, that's like jumping dollars to pick up pennies, if you ask me, dude. Microsoft is being very smart about this Game Pass thing. This is a never-ending argument. Yeah, it is. Until we see solid data, Wendell, from either PlayStation or Microsoft about exactly how good this is, like, we're never going to really know. All we can do is sit here and speculate, and that's the best that we can do. Why does Game Pass sustainability matter anyway? All that matters is the consumer is that Game Pass is a great deal for the consumer. Yeah, that's exactly what it means, man. I think Microsoft is going after mobile game cloud. Yeah, I think that's true. Game Pass is the best value in gaming. I believe that. Lion Smack, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming back tonight. Game Pass is genius, and we can all and we can still buy all the games, which I do. Excellent service for gamers and smaller developers. I think it's great for. I think Game Pass is a freaking steal for casual gamers, bro, and it is good for us hardcore gamers that are that buy a lot of games, man, because now we don't get stuck that often with games that we're like, oh man, I didn't jive with this game, man. Like I didn't like it. I didn't think it was for me, you know. Wendell, at the end of the day, honestly, my friend, if Game Pass fails, Microsoft fails, bro. They put all their cards in that basket. All their eggs are in that basket. I don't understand why you would want to be so negative towards Game Pass, bro. I don't get it. If it's like, who cares if it's sustainable? Microsoft is a couple $1 trillion company, dude. Do we really care if they're allowing us to play games at a reasonable price, dude? Like, no, man. Like, I don't give a shit, dude, if they make money on it or not. As long as Game Pass is alive, bro, I'm saving money and I'm happy with that. And I think you should be happy with that too, man. Window, this David Javi guy is literally saying Game Pass and PS Now will reduce the quality of games and isn't sustainable. I'll just say Netflix and leave it there. I've seen a lot of pretty cool stuff on Netflix lately, guys. I'm gonna have to go with that. Netflix, who's worth more than Disney and Sony. Yeah. Xbox doing really good in Japan right now. They definitely are. I've seen a lot of positivity from Japan, Emmanuel. I do follow a lot of Japanese people, and yeah, man, they be showing like people buying Xboxes and leaving the store with them and being happy about it and talking about Game Pass. Game Pass is getting pretty popular in Japan. Like, I'm hearing a lot about that, guys. And I'm just following regular people. I'm not following journalists or any of that crap. I'm following regular people from Japan that are actually buying these things and enjoying that. So, guys, I used to work as a store manager of a game store called Game Crazy. Okay, they were Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video was pretty much the only competition that Blockbuster really had, you know, as in a chain, like different rentals and stuff. Hollywood Video was the first one to get taken out by Redbox, bro. Redbox took them out. Digital streaming and stuff like that. And then Blockbuster, man, like, they were a mainstay when I was a kid, bro. Like, nobody would have thought a behemoth like Blockbuster would have went under. But Redbox killed them, man. Cheaper price, didn't have to pay employees. There was no way we could freaking compete with that and keep the lights on. Our stores, our Game Crazy stores, were literally paying the bills for Hollywood Video before they went under, bro. Like, every store that had a Game Crazy stayed open longer than all the stores that didn't have a Game Crazy in them. And our revenue, like my bonuses were directly affected by that, man. Like it was getting so bad toward the end that, like, we weren't really making what we were when we first started doing that, because we literally went out of business because of cheaper things like Redbox, man. And like lo and behold, like movies are still basically the same or getting better, aren't they? Like every year movies get more graphically intensive, better stories, better, higher paid actors, stuff like that. Like it doesn't matter. Like just because it's a streaming service do not think for 1 minute that the content you consume is going to be reduced any way, shape, or form. How do we, yeah. Well, I'm sure the execs at Microsoft have already figured it out. If it wasn't sustainable, then they wouldn't be doing it. Not that it matters to me. All that I care about is that it is the best value to me right now. Honestly, guys, right now, Microsoft is probably killing it with Game Pass. They are probably raking in so much freaking money with that. And now it's just them trying to convince third-party developers to, hey, man, let us put your game on Game Pass day one, man. Let us start making this a much better deal for our subscribers. That's what Microsoft's worried about right now is bringing you content. They're making money on this. They're getting plenty of money. What's up, Mush? How you doing, my dude? What's up, Frog? You making some of your uploads on the road? Yeah, dude. I was taking Grand Junior and the daughter around today to get all their appointments and stuff done. So I was just sitting in the car. So I decided to talk about some Halo. I feel Netflix increased in quality and got more varied content and the stuff I wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the way I'm looking at it, guys, with that. Ooh, it could also backfire too, Cabbage, because you still need a product worth the value. Netflix has movies everyone wants to watch and isn't like consoles. Well, I just told you guys a story about where I come from. Hey, Frog, how you doing, my friend? Or Jet, how you doing? Which is why Microsoft is buying companies, bud. Yeah. Netflix started and didn't have all the marbles at first either. Now, the Microsoft vision is for you to be able to play any game on any device. Yeah. That's where they're going with it forward. And they will keep buying companies to fuel the content. And so far, the service is amazing. Yeah. They can buy all the companies they want, but that doesn't mean more people will start buying Xboxes. Well, according to Sony fanboys, exclusives are what sell consoles. So if they buy a whole bunch of exclusives that people love, yeah, they potentially would buy a console or just buy it on PC, man. There will always be more casual gamers out there, which is why exclusives don't sell as much. Yeah. Like I said earlier, like I've been saying since I started the stream, Jet, I know literal people that buy PlayStation consoles to play Madden, bro, every year. Just Madden. That's all they buy is just Madden. They buy a PlayStation to play Madden. I should start telling them to buy a PC and just start playing Madden on PC, huh? but they like their PlayStation, man. They like it, and they buy them just so they can play Madden or NBA 2K or something like that, or the sports games. 70%, yeah, exactly. And hardcore gamers like us, Jet, are still going to buy our games. We're still going to buy our games regardless. Like we don't necessarily care about, like Game Pass as much. I like it because it saves me money on games I wouldn't know. Hey, Frog, I just got a job flipping burgers. Hey, be proud of that job, dude. It's going to pay your bills. And, yeah, dude, everybody wants to eat fast food, but nobody wants to work there. It just really sucks. How many people game on their phone or tablet? A lot more than you would think, Wendell. Like, oh, wow, am I really that almost caught up? Oh, damn. No, I wasn't caught up. I just skipped. Stealth Dragon, how you doing, man? Andrew Wilson. Wow, dang it. I thought I was like almost caught up, man. And now this thing is like taking me way back up there. Way. Oh my gosh. This is so freaking bad. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we're back up to where I was. Okay. How many people game on their phone or tablet? Obviously there's a lot of them, like 2 billion people that are playing games on phones or logging into a game every so often. I mean, my wife plays like gambling games on her phone, dude. Like, and she rarely ever touches a controller to play anything. A growing number do like seriously game on their phones or tablet. I don't think they necessarily do it like a hardcore gaming window. I think they do it more as a time passer, and they do spend money on those microtransactions. Not everyone over the world can afford a PS5 or Xbox, but they have a phone. Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, the metrics are out there, Wendell. I mean, you're free to look it up. There are a lot of people playing those games. Like, say, like, okay, so think about gamblers, okay? When you go to gamble, like, that shit takes your head over, and you just keep putting the money in there thinking you're going to win big, thinking you're going to win big. Well, if they redesign that and make like a little phone app or whatever that you can like gamble, play the slots, but it only costs you like $1 for like 100,000 coins or something, and you buy 100,000 coins and you keep playing, and then you run out and you're like, oh man, I got to spend another $1. Boom. So you buy another $1,000 coins, and you play through those, and you finally lose them all. So you buy another $1. That kind of shit, like people would spend like hundreds of dollars, just $1 at a time, dude, to buy enough coins to pretend play slot machines. That's like there's like a lot of billions of dollars like going into those phone games, and they only spend like $20,000 to $30,000 to make them. That's why game companies are starting to be really safe. They're only making games that are going to sell well. You see it all the time. Studios getting shut down, games that we all love getting closed down because they're just not selling enough to continue to make them. Yeah, and then phones are never going to make. You're right, Wendell. Phones are never going to really give us that console experience, man. The console experience that I would want. So I mean, it's never really going to be a viable option for me. So yeah. Microsoft does want a part of that. I'll finally have money for games in Steam Deck. I know, you literally get Series X quality on your phone on xCloud right now. Yeah. When I bought my Ryzen CPU. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Latency can be an issue for sure if you have crap Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah, definitely. Kevin, welcome back to the show, man. Buying a phone is like a necessity. Why buying a console isn't it? Yep, you're exactly right. People are more likely to go out and buy a phone than they are to buy a freaking console. And if they have access to like something like Game Pass, like a lot of people talk about Stadia. Stadia, you still have to buy your games. Buying a phone and then getting a Game Pass subscription, you do get you do get to play a pretty good amount of those games. But if you're in India and can't afford a PS5 or an Xbox, but you can muster $9 a month to play on your phone, yeah. Yeah. Line Smack's got a point. Some of them older games are giving you FPS boosts too. I really hope we get some more FPS boost games soon. Releasing a dongle for TV, yeah. I would not want to play a graphical game through a streaming Wi-Fi alone. Yeah. I mean, eventually it's going to get to that point where we're going to have fast enough internet to do that. You're not in India though, bud, or Asia. You're fortunate to be able to afford a console and games. Yeah, half the world can't. I'm in the USA and still wouldn't play through Wi-Fi. I've earned exactly 1,700 Microsoft money through Microsoft Live Awards. Yeah, I've earned a lot of money doing that too. A lot of money, dude. Is it bad, Mr. Glass, that every time I see those where they give you 6,000 points, I buy that game? Is that bad? Even if I don't care about the game, I still buy it. Is that bad? Also, there's a payment plan for the new consoles to make it more affordable. Yeah, you can definitely get either one of them for $34 or $24.99 a month, dude. People can't afford in poor countries. It's true. So Microsoft are trying to give people options. I mean, it would be really nice if Microsoft could expand into a lot of those places, Cabbage, and do it a lot faster than what they are. Ooh, FIFA 22 Series X standard $70 or $62.99 with Game Pass. That's $73.98 and a 10-hour free trial before it releases October 1st. Nice. I don't know if I'm gonna buy. Maybe I'll pick up a FIFA game. I don't know. I don't even know how to play them, Andrew, to tell you the truth, dude. And I mean, my experience with like the basketball ones and stuff, like I'll play the NBA 2Ks when I get them on gold or with Game Pass or something, and I'll play them for a couple of minutes, and like I don't have the time to like sit there and try to learn how to play these games, man. Madden, I'm good at. I'm okay playing Madden, and I'm okay playing MLB The Show. Like I understand those games because I've played them enough times over the years, but like FIFA or NBA 2K, those would be a whole learning curve that I do have a couple of them downloaded from like Game Pass and PS Plus. So I mean, I have been kind of trying to figure them out, but I'm not even gonna lie, I don't get on them often enough to really move forward with those. Microsoft won't fail if Game Pass fails. No, I don't think they're gonna fail if Game Pass fails, but they're definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna make it a lot harder for Xbox to continue to move forward, though. Sony should analyze the customer's interest based on the games that they release. That's true. I don't think you're being negative, Wendell. I do feel like you are concerned more than you're like I do feel like you have a concern, and I'm trying to address that the best way I know I can out of from what I feel like is going on in the gaming industry right now. I don't know exactly because I don't work for Microsoft and I'm not privy to their information, but I mean critical thinking, and being like on that side of like working in the business, retail, selling that stuff, and like talking to my Sony rep and my Xbox rep and my Nintendo rep, like I do feel like Microsoft is on to something though with this Game Pass thing. Questions its profits is out of sheer jealousy. Why do you care if developers make overhead? I think that developers are still bonusing on every game they sell, that they sell above Game Pass subscription. But yes, there are plenty of people on the internet or PC who wouldn't buy games or consoles. xCloud with Ethernet and a controller with a USB-C, and it works well. Man, try Hades and Psychonauts 2. It's very playable. Nice. 3 billion people play games on phones. 3 billion people don't want to own an Xbox. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Netflix took out Redbox, dude. Redbox took out Hollywood Video and Blockbuster, and then Netflix. Well, Netflix is the one that put the nail in Blockbuster's coffin for sure, dude. Everybody was just streaming, dude. Nobody wanted to go and get movies anymore. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, Netflix is extremely convenient, dude. I was the reason why I got on so late tonight is because I was flipping through YouTube and I saw this fight scene from Lionheart, a Van Damme movie. I've watched every Van Damme movie, dude. I used to watch those things religiously. So I was like, damn, dude, I want to watch that. So what did I do? I jumped on Netflix, put it in Van Damme, and I was like, oh, well, it's not on here. Jumped over to freaking Prime, and I was like, oh, dude, it's right there. I'm going to watch it. So I watched that movie, and I'm like, duh, dude. Like, those streaming things, man, bring everything you want straight to your fingertips as fast as you want it, man. You don't even have to leave the house, and you've already paid for these services. So, yeah, dude, I can literally almost always find any older movie that I want to watch right then and there, man. I don't need to go anywhere to do that. BN is recognized, short for billion. Apologies. So those people are playing console games on their phones. If they have access to Game Pass, yes, they sure are probably. They can stream console games to their PS. I play MLB The Show on xCloud. It's a lot play nicely. See, Onyx every 3 years or so I buy MLB Show the day it launches. I feel like every 3 years is perfect. I don't need to buy an updated roster every 3 years because every 3 years I've learned is when you'll get like the better graphics or animations or some of the other stuff they bring to the table. So I bought MLB The Show this year on Xbox so that I could play it. So Microsoft lets you play their games through their tablet or phone. Yep. Oh yeah, dude. Halo campaign is going to be fire. I have zero worries about it now. I do kind of maybe wish they would bring that to oh gosh damn it. I just did it again, man. Now I'm way freaking far behind again. So you think the streaming will bring more people to Game Pass? That's if that's if streaming service is good. Google Stadia is all I'm going to say. Google Stadia is a lot different than Game Pass, dude. On Google Stadia, you have to buy your games. On Game Pass, well, xCloud, whatever games are on Game Pass, there's a really good amount that you could play mobile just by having Game Pass. So you already have a selection of games to play that you don't have to pay for. And everything, I think everything you own, you might be able to stream straight through xCloud too. Just fell in Google Project. I noticed Modern Warfare on Series X looks better than PS5. That's true. On Series X, you're getting damn near 4K. Sorry, comments. Sorry, I just seen you comments. I just will have to see if it works, like Cabbage said. Yeah. Stadia did not fail because streaming sucks. It failed because the service itself is bad. In contrast, Game Pass is a great service. I do like the way the Game Pass is doing it better than Stadia, but I haven't tried Stadia yet. I do plan on it, but I don't know. I haven't really sat down to get into it. Stadia streaming sucked, and I had it. I'm speaking from experience, not from some articles I read. All xCloud needs is to catch up to Stadia is low latency 4K streaming. Yeah. What's your opinion about PlayStation VR 2? If VR2, how much it will cost? I'm gonna buy the VR2 when it comes out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like $399. So or $299, probably $399 though, is what I'm thinking. And it'll probably release next year, end of next year. Sony likes to show stuff and release it that year. So if they show it next year in the beginning of the year, it'll release at the end of the year. I think that's why they didn't show it during the last one. Which is part of the reason they bought ZeniMax. They have low latency tech for their mobile phone. Yeah. India plays mobile games a lot. China as well. Yeah. Stream and lock up constantly, and I had AT&T fiber. Damn, dude. Cercio. Dude, I just figured out how to level up in Skyrim. You repeatedly attack your horse. I didn't even know this was possible. I'm going to finally beat this game, he says. That's fucking terrible, Cercio. Stop fucking up your horse, dude. Go fight the ghouls. Go fight that dragon, man. Gosh, beating up your horse, dude. What the hell? You haven't beat Skyrim? Dude, I haven't even beat Skyrim yet. I started playing the freaking Elder Scrolls Online and kind of just skipped over freaking Skyrim. I do have it, and I'm probably going to try playing it after this next update. Just get it for sure. Oh, yeah. xCloud is going to catch Stadia and surpass it eventually. They haven't done that mostly already, I believe. Yeah, I think they already upgraded the server blades. let me ask y'all this. What do you think about these companies like Microsoft and Sony charging just to play online? Should they get rid of that? Oh, definitely. I think they should definitely get rid of that. As you know, Sony didn't have it until PlayStation 3. So, yeah, dude, they should definitely. Oh, wait. No, they didn't have it until PlayStation 4, man. PlayStation 4 is when they started charging you to play online, man. So, yeah, dude, I think they should both get rid of it. But it's kind of a cash cow for them, dude. It's another way to subsidize the console. At the end of the day, you know, I mean, last gen was probably the worst gen for them freaking selling us that shit to subsidize those fucking those weak ass consoles, though, man. Frog, you are so far behind. It's not even funny. By the time you read this, I bet 20 minutes and already. I wouldn't believe. I wouldn't. Oh, I don't want to miss out on your guys' comments, man. I want to be part of the conversation. And like, you guys are freaking. There's 30 people in here, and if a lot of you guys are texting, I like to read your guys' comments. I like to interact with you guys. That's the whole point of doing these, so I can interact with, you know, the people that like to watch me, man. So we can talk about things. Do you think sports games are better on Series X or PS5? You know what, Andrew? I really do think those sports games are made in parity. So I don't necessarily think that really matters. And if you watch a lot of the analysis videos from the beginning, a lot of them were potentially running better on PlayStation 5. So I'm thinking that those games are going to be designed on PlayStation 5 are going to be pretty optimized on PlayStation 5. So I think you'd be fine either way. Either way, you're going to be fine with what you go on. So it doesn't necessarily, I don't think they're going to be any better on Xbox than they are the PlayStation 5. I think they're going to be the same. Yeah. By the time you get to this, the subject will have changed. So I'm not going to say anything. I don't think it's changed, Mr. Glass. I'm pretty sure we're still on the same subject. That's funny. I have no issue here. I'm having these conversations with people that understand the situation. Mr. Glass, just didn't want you to think I was being ratty. Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, I actually think you guys are being like really good tonight, man. This is pretty nice. This is actually a really good conversation. Oh, wait. Whoa. No freaking way, man. I'm actually getting pretty close to catching up with you guys. If I just don't read like Cabbages and Wendell's conversation across to themselves, sometimes it's hard to express context when discussing things online. That's very true. Yeah, I know. That's why I learned not to take it personal because I'm probably taking it way wrong. LOL. Yeah. Do you like the PS5 controller or the Xbox controller better? You know what, Andrew, I actually like them both. I mean, like the last few games that I played that the DualSense is working good on, I'm actually enjoying it, man. I actually think it's doing pretty good. I think it's doing pretty good, but I do love the way the Xbox controller fits in my hand much better. Timed exclusives are BS unless Sony does it. Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't understand why Sony gets away with a lot of this shit. They get away with a lot of this shit because they're the market leader. So who the hell is gonna tell freaking Sony no? I would have beat Skyrim, but lost progress when I switched to Xbox this gen. No, having my ass off. It's difficult to aim well on FPS games. That's very true, man. I do find it hard to play. I do find it kind of hard to play Deathloop on the PS5 controller. I'm not. I mean, that's just yeah. PC doesn't require online. Yeah, you're right. Holy crap! I caught up with you guys. I'm at the bottom. Also, BTB goes live. Yeah, nice one. Don't comment. Left frog catch up. Okay, I'm caught up, man. I'm caught up. I can't wait to see the Halo gameplay because I've been talking mad shit the past year. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so easy to get caught up in that shit, though, Wendell. It really is, man. Especially if like you're on one side and you're really caring about your system, your console. It's easy to get caught up in that shit. And there's a lot of YouTubers out here that really do propagate bullshit on both sides, man. It really that's why I really want to take this channel a different way. I want to make it known, straight up that this is going to be more of an Xbox friendly channel for the most part. I'm still going to cover PlayStation and shit that I love. Like, you're still going to have to suffer through that. But you missed my comment about 5 Up. Dang it, freaking Cabbage. You're going to make me go up. The irony is you don't beat a game from leveling up. Yeah, that's true. He's going to get to a level 100 and be scratching his head. Yeah, with the sore horse. Then he's going to have to spend all that money to fix it. Are those the ones I missed? Yeah. Yo, I played it for like 45 minutes on my Xbox Series. It was so good. Yeah, exactly. It was freaking amazing. I thought it was great. I'm actually excited and pumped for Halo, dude. I really am. Are you planning on streaming horror games for the month of October? What would you want me to stream? It's easier for me to stream on the PlayStation 5. So if you could find a horror game on the PlayStation 5 that you would like me to stream, yeah, dude, I'll look into it. If I already own it, cool, I'll stream it. If I don't, then I'll buy it and stream it. Mr. Stealth Dragon. I'm back, LOL. You know what I was. Yes, everybody knows what you were doing, Straggly Rock. I bet your girlfriend's pretty freaking. Gosh, dude, I couldn't even imagine. Can she even walk anymore, dude? Pull her out of that wheelchair? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, dude. Oh, alien isolation. Oh, damn. Sony has the world's best marketing at their disposal. Yeah, they can get away with a lot of shit. And they got a lot of mouthpieces too, bro. They really do. They got a lot of people out there like, PlayStation better. And it's like, yeah, dude, PlayStation's great and all, but Xbox is doing pretty good, man. We know you like swinging from the Microsoft. Wait, what was that, Wendell? From the Microsoft sack. But we still love you. LOL. I know. Dude, Microsoft's swinging for my sack. They keep delivering these really good, outstanding values and keeping my resolution above 1800p, dude. I'm pretty happy with Microsoft, dude. I mean, PlayStation be letting that shit fucking go to 1440p, man. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, I'm gonna have to buy it on Xbox now. Yeah, PlayStation controller is good for like Dark Souls type games. Anything to where you need to be able to get on those two controllers up there is pretty easy. If you're using combat up here, PlayStation is freaking the way to go for that. I'm sorry, man. It just is. No, I haven't beat Kana yet. I definitely got past that. In my stream yesterday on it, I got past that part that was irritating the shit out of me. I had to have somebody look up a YouTube video, send me a YouTube video while I was streaming on YouTube to figure out how to do it, because I wasn't paying attention when I got to that part to explain how to do it. So I was just screwing up, dude. Just came to say, what's up, Pete? Hey, Furry Becker, how's it going, my dude? You should stay for the alien isolation. She is the one that wants it, so I give it to her. Hello. No. You better get her a new wheelchair, bro. So you can wheel her around, you know what I mean? Because, dang, I know, you keep doing that shit, she ain't going to be able to walk, bro. So what games does everyone look forward to next year? Well, there's a lot of PlayStation shit I'm definitely going to play next year. And there's a lot of Microsoft stuff I'm going to play next year. There's a lot of third-party stuff. I buy a lot of games, Wendell. So for me to like pinpoint like a few is kind of hard. She just shakes a lot after. You mean I got past it, LOL? Yeah, you know, I got past it. Yes, Cabbage helped me past that part. It was so freaking. Then I got to this boss dude that was so freaking irritating. I was like, I fucking rage quit, dude. That shit was making me so mad. I'm just gonna kick it down to story mode and go through it, dude. I don't even care. I don't know if the irritation is worth the freaking USB capture card. Yeah, I got Elgato. I got an Elgato. Elgato HD 60S. Yeah, I need to get a 4K one though, but my cheap ass computer won't do 4Ks yet, man. So I got to buy a better one. All right, who was that asked me that? Onyx. Elgato USB capture card, bro. A lot easier to stream. Check that out. Yeah, I got an Elgato. I just need to figure out how to stream from my Xbox to YouTube with the Elgato. I just haven't really put in the effort for that. Starfield's going to be great. Stalker 2 is going to be pretty damn good too. Stalker 2 is giving me that Metro Exodus vibe, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be fire, dude. That shit looks so good. What was that? Jado Yaro Pedro Nacimiento. Yeah, I probably butchered all that. Hey, what are your thoughts on Redfall? I'm kind of in love with the looter shooters, so I'm hyped. Yeah, dude, I think it's going to be all right. I only play them looter shooters for the story, and then I just kind of move on because I play too many games that I just really can't sit and focus. Destiny 2 was the only one I ever freaking really focused on and really got into. The biggest reason I quit playing that shit is every time I get an armor set that I liked, I had to change this shit out, and it just got too irritating. Pumped for Starfield. I really want a new Star Wars game, though. Yeah. Stalker 2 looks amazing. Can't wait for Forza Motorsport. Nah, dude, Forza Motorsport's going to freaking... I think Forza Motorsport's going to be a really, really good game, dude. You mean Star Wars game from the Sony Showcase? Yeah, but I mean, eventually it's coming to Xbox, and I mean, if you've already played KOTOR, you're probably okay with waiting another 6 months for that. I want the full Horizon. Yeah. Not that I don't want to play it, however, I would love it if it came to Xbox. Oh yeah, that is a remake. I forgot. Like a fresh one. I think the next Star Wars game we might actually get is from Respawn, man. That's gonna be pretty cool. Sometimes she lasts like 5 minutes, and sometimes she can't freaking walk for hours. But I mean, she gives me consent and demand. Oh, damn, no, just regular rock. Yeah, you butchered that really bad. Is it Yoda? Hoda Pedro? Nacimiento? Fuck. Sometimes I can read Spanish really good. Sometimes I just can't. Nacimiento. I've never been a Star Wars fan. Sorry, I didn't mean to butcher your name, bro. I'm still working on learning how to read Spanish. Some stuff catches me off. Like if I could see it, nacimiento. I really want full-blown RPG Star Wars game. I do. I want KOTOR to be way expanded, though. You know what I mean? Plays like Skyrim, multiple planets to visit. I mean, yeah, that would be the ultimate dream for a Star Wars game. To be completely honest, it would be. Like even like a Star Wars game, like even if they just took all the Mass Effect stuff out of Andromeda and made that a Star Wars game, that'd be pretty cool. They're like, hey, we already invested all this money in this shit, so let's just Star Warsize it and reship it. That's what I would do if I was them. Never been a Star Wars fan. Do you like Age of Empires games? I do like the idea of them, Onyx. I really do. I wish that Age of Empires 4 would come to Xbox. I really do. And you were right. I'm really impressed with the Halo graphics now. It looks freaking fire, dude. It looks so damn good. I turned that on window and I was playing around with that shit over the weekend, and I was blown away. I was like, how the hell does it look this good? And Call of Duty looks like duty. They touch KOTOR, though, Frog, people will lose their shit if they change one line of. I don't see, and that's just stupid, man. People shouldn't lose their shit over that. They should let them build it out, expand it, make it bigger, better, and everything we want it to be. Honestly, I think EA's got the best chance of doing a game with multiple planets because they've already got all the assets and shit built for Mass Effect Andromeda. So if they just Star Wars-ized that, like turn that into Star Wars and reuse some of that stuff and just touched it up, I think they could get something out pretty quick, actually. Halloween is coming up. You should stream this game. It's supposed to be a photorealistic, scary game. There's so many YouTube videos on it being The serious game people ever played. What game? Tell me what it is, Michael Milburn. For October, can you stream Alan Wake for PS? Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, I will. I have not pre-ordered that yet, but I'll go ahead and pre-order that on the PlayStation 5 Stealth Dragon. I will. Let me write that down. Alan Wake. Wake PS5. Okay, I will do that. I will pick that one up on PlayStation 5 and stream that one. KOTOR is Mass Effect, by the way. I know. That's why I'm saying, dude, it would just be easier if they just took that Mass Effect shit they already built and made a new freaking Star Wars game out of it. Don't you think? I think that would just, they already have all that shit. I'm lucky I have because I'd be competing with Dreamcast guy with this Wall of Virgin. You're so freaking terrible, bro. Damn Dreamcast guy, guys. He's probably watching my stream right now. He's like, gosh, dude, why are these guys always talking about me? That's not fair, man. Yelling at his mom. I told you not to disturb me when I'm cleaning my room. When are you going to give me the vacuum cleaner back, Dreamcast guy? Kevin's no one is in the Star Wars world. No one. Yeah. It's called Visage. Visage on Xbox. Visage. I'll look that up. Visage. Well, if it's too scary, I'm not going to play that shit, dude. I don't want to wet the bed, Michael. Gosh, dude. have a Call of Duty looks like duty. It does, man. It looked like crap. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna prop that game up when it looks like shit, dude. Like, there's no way, man. I'm so disappointed with Call of Duty freaking Black Ops Cold War, man. That I played, like, Modern Warfare looked freaking amazing, and then Call of Duty comes out and it's all like anime, half anime, half. I was just like, no, dude, that's not cool. Yeah, but KOTOR isn't your childhood like it is other people's folk get precious about. KOTOR is kind of my childhood, dude. I was only 22 or 23 when that came out, man. When did that come out? 2002 or 2003? Yeah, dude, I was in my 20s when that came out, and I did play it back then. You got the Nacimiento right? Not Spanish though. Oh, how do you say the first one? Is it H? Would it be pronounced H? Because I don't think the J is pronounced like H. Or I think it's pronounced like H and Pedro, because E is A or E. Yeah, I don't know. Pedro. What's up, Stealth Dragon? I'll watch your videos. Ooh, Stealth Dragon. Oh wait, are you a YouTuber, Stealth Dragon? Stealth Dragon. I'm gonna have to look you up, man, when I'm done. I'm so glad that my community knows so many people. You guys are great, man. Back for Blood. I give you thumbs up all the time. Nice. Yeah, dude, it's really nice that you guys go to like people and like hit the thumbs up and stuff. I hate Dreamcast guy if he's watching. Oh, dang. Oh, I don't like a liar. Yeah. My biggest thing with Dreamcast guy is he'll come out, okay? Because I used to watch him all the time. You know, he'd come out and he'd talk like super highly about a game, okay? He would be like, yeah, this game is super great, and I love this about it, and blah, blah, blah. And then 2 freaking days later, or maybe even the next day, because other people would start like talking bad about it, he'd come out with this like, oh yeah, but I didn't like this, and then just start bashing the game. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? I just bought that game because you said it was good. And I didn't like it. And now I'm stuck with this piece of crap. And you said it was good. Now you're telling me it's bad? Like, okay, dude. Why do you hate Dreamcast guy? Oh, he is a liar. I don't like him because of that. I don't like him because of his how he flip flops, how he comes out and talks a game up, and then like 2 days later, he'll be like, "Oh, this game," and then he'll just start complaining about it. Like, "Hey, you want to know my rant about this?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I don't really give a shit. Like, I bought the game because you said it was good, and I didn't like it, and now you're coming out and telling me it's bad. Like, what the heck, dude? Like, that really sucks, man. I wasted like money. Like, that took me like an hour and a half to make that at my job, dude. Like, that really sucks." Halo really shocked me at how good it was. Yeah, dude, I'm blown away. Frog, did you hear that President Evil 4 versus VR has a release date now, October 21st, Quest 2? Nice. So is this being Capcom made, or is this being Capcom made, or is this like third party or something, or somebody doing a knockoff? LOL, we talked about it because it's true. LOL. I heard that he sold his mattress to buy his special edition PS4 Pro and an extra shelf. And okay. I mean, because I didn't finish it, Frog. Oh. I did not. What are we talking about? Cabbage. I meant because I didn't finish it, Frog. You even see? No, maybe I skipped it. No, I hate Dreamcast guy. If he's watching, I don't like a liar. Halo really shocked me. You even see? I wonder if I missed it, Cabbage. Sorry, bro. I'm out, Andrew. Y'all have a good night. All right, Onyx, you have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Like I'm remembering. Yeah, so Stealth Dragon is as honest as they come. Okay, I'll have to check him out, man. I'll definitely check him out, see what's going on. He said Austin Evans was an Xbox streamer. LOL. Oh yeah, freaking Dreamcast guy said PS5 would have NVIDIA in it. Oh yeah. I like the part where he was like complaining about the Xbox Series S being like 500 gigs and only having like 300 and something, and then he's like, "Yeah, but the PlayStation 5's got 667 gigabytes." I was like, "Oh, dude, whatever, bro." Like, he's so pony, it's not even funny, bro. Comes out attacking Austin Evans. He was personally attacking him when in fact he attacked Austin, and Austin probably doesn't even know who he is. I know. I was just like, Dreamcast guy, who the hell is this shit? Gary Rogers, Dreamcast guy, I don't know crap. I know. I don't know. I mean, he's pretty successful, man. I mean, whatever he's doing something good. Resident Evil 4 VR has a trailer out, by the way. Okay, I'm going to definitely check that out. Resident Evil 4. Typo. No, it's for real. RE4 VR. Okay, definitely. I'm definitely going to pick that up. Ooh, Dreamcast guy reviewed tech and crap gamer became cringe inducing in the past year or two. I can definitely get behind that statement, Lion Smack. You're true, man. That definitely is pretty true. Dreamcast guy, I was talking about him because he had his thumbnail in the video addressing the backlash. He had my thumbnail in there too, Wendell. I didn't think he was. I mean, yeah, he definitely had my thumbnail in there too. I was like, wow, dude, somebody with like 5 freaking million followers like put my thumbnail in there. Nice. I wonder if anybody looked for it after that. It's Capcom working with Oculus. There is trailers, Frog. It looks great. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to definitely check that out. Capcom gave him the rights. Cool. I mistyped. Austin. Austin Evans had Frog's thumbnail too. I know he lumped me in with all those guys that were talking bad about it. I was like, dude, man, I kind of had your back, bro. I was like, you did us a good thing by like showing us the physical thing in there. I stand behind you showing us the physical thing. Do I stand beside your behind your testing method? Not necessarily. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's blowing out hotter air. So it looks like it's running hot. It's gotten weird as hell lately too. Yeah. I don't understand what they're chasing. You know what I mean, guys? I do understand. I do know. I mean, I do kind of understand when I put really catchy thumbnails out there, or names on my videos. You know, like the clickbaity shit. Like, people do click those a lot more for some reason, and I really don't want to get into that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to do what I got to do, guys. I hate him as well. I have them both muted. Good stuff. Nice stuff. I'll definitely check you out, bro. Rich is full of rubbish and just rumor spreads. Yeah. What would you guys rate my channel? Honestly, like, what would you guys rate my channel? Like, am I leaning toward like that crap, or am I being pretty good, or lying to people? Dreamcast guy is a simp and spreads rumors as well. Because so many people like Sony, that Dreamcast guy gets the support he has. That's true, man. I like Sony too, but I'm not gonna already sub to your channel. Thanks, bro. I might be sub to you if you sub to mine and it come up and you have like subscribers and stuff. Sometimes I do that. If somebody subscribes and they look like they've got a lot of subscribers, then sometimes I will subscribe to them as well. I'm going to look at it right now. Stealth Dragon. Stealth Dragon. Cool. Oh, it looks like we're homies now, man. We're content creators together. We could be besties. No, I'm just joking. I like to meet them both in a dark alley with a bat. Shit, gamer. Wait, are you guys talking about my buddy Crap? Poop gamer? Oh, man, you guys are terrible. Oh, damn it. See, I let you guys talk, and then I get way behind again. So, Oda, say like, Okam, Yoam, Joam. It's not exactly right. It's Portuguese. Okay. Say like Joam. So should I say it like the J, like Joam? Does the A make the J like have its name or something? Joam. It's not exactly right. Okay. Frog defended Austin Evans, and Austin still put his thumbnail. Sorry for. I know, huh? I mean, the least he could have done was watch my video, but he didn't, man. He just lumped me in with those other guys, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I kind of had your back, my friend. That's pretty funny, Strag. I'm not gonna read that though. That's pretty terrible. He's so true. Yeah, I happen to have off the week RE4 VR releases. Funny how life can sometimes work in your favor. Yes, that's true. Dreamcast guy is a cancer in YouTube. LOL. There's a lot of that going on, man. I really don't want this channel to be that way. I want to be as real as I can be, and I want to be a genuine dude, man. And he still shit on you, Frog. Oh, I know, huh? It's because of the way I had my thing. Austin Evans a liar? Like, I mean, like, I can get why you would just see my thumbnail and be like, okay, I'm just gonna throw you in with these guys and not even watch it. I should get on Austin's thing and be like, hey, dude, like, the least you could have did was watch my video before you lumped me in with a bunch of dudes that were like coming at you, because I wasn't coming at you, man. I was actually standing behind you, man. Like, hey, man, you did a good job for the community. And I mean, like, I might not agree with how you did it, but yeah, dude, like, just showing us the physical parts of that thing is more than enough for me. Views they are chasing. Like, Xbox has no games. Yes, that's right. I like how you keep it honest. I'd try. Yeah, I mean, like, what am I going to do? I can't really go out of my way to lie about video games. I mean, shit, you guys can buy anything I can buy. You know what I mean? Like, what good would that do for me to buy shit and then lie to you, and then you guys see it with your own eyes and be like, wait, man, that guy lied to me. He lied to me. That's just, yeah, dude. Review Tech USA always doing weird shit like kissing ceramic. Thank you for saying that, Wendell. I kind of just stopped. I kind of stopped listening to him after he was like talking to fucking Pickles and shit, dude. I'm like, okay, dude. Like, I mean, like, I really like was like, whoa, man, this dude's pretty cool, you know? I mean, like, he comes out, he talks in a nice, stable voice. He talks about things like seriously enough to where you could actually like take him seriously. And then all of a sudden he just starts. It's like, are you a comedian, dude? Or are you talking about tech news, bro? Like, what's going on, man? Like, you should start a side channel if you want to be a comedian. I mean, he still pulls in lots of viewers and stuff, and it's like the weird people that he pulls in. Like dude, my streams are usually pretty good. I mean, every once in a while I get people in here saying like stupid stuff when I'm playing games or something, but yeah, for the most part, you guys are pretty good, man. These are good conversations. I'm trying to deep throat. Oh man, about horses and starting drama with other YouTubers. I know, huh? Maybe I should just call them out. Like, call them all out. Be like, wait, man, what are you guys doing? You guys literally forced me to start a channel. You made me start a channel, bro, because I was so sick and tired of the crap. I started my own. I would say if you start on the path, you may build your channel quicker, but you won't have the loyalty of the people you have in here. That's true, man. And that's, I don't feel like I'm, Cabbage, I don't feel like I'm growing slowly, like super slow. But I gotta hit that 1,000 subscribers before I gotta hit that, by the end of the year or something, I believe. Or I don't know. It might not be that critical anymore, because it used to be that you have to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize your channel. And like, I'm blowing through the watch hours. Like I'm way past the watch hours. So I feel like the last 28 days was like 3.9 thousand watch hours. So I think as long as I'm still getting that much, like the 4,000 hours, every month, because every month that starts over or whatever, or not every year that starts over, but it goes on a rolling year scale or whatever. So as long as I've got 4,000 hours when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I should be okay. So it's not necessarily as much as like a rush anymore to get there, to like go out of my way to try to bring in just all kinds of subscribers. But it is to the point where I do want to invest more in this channel. But I also have to start making income from this channel so that I can justify that. So that I can justify like really upgrading my computer setup and all my other stuff, upgrading, my space and everything else. So I have to be able to have this channel help pay for that. Just because, I mean, like I love doing this, but dude, I can't work my other job to support this, because yeah, dude, it just doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Like I've invested a pretty decent amount of money into this, and I have to wait until YouTube starts making it kind of lucrative for me to put a lot more in. I rate your channel 11 out of 10, better than Dreamcast guy by far, like light years. Nice, dude. I really appreciate that. I remember when he said that you're not a gamer if you don't have a PlayStation, but it's okay to not have an Xbox. Oh, really? Love your channel. Keep it real. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate that, bro. I agree with that last statement. Yeah. Just don't be afraid to speak your mind. That's what we love about you. You speak your mind. Your channel is awesome. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that, bro. Why would you name your channel Crap Gamer? Because he wants everybody to know he's crap. Dude, right there, that name, Crap Gamer, everybody's like, whoa, man, this guy must be the freaking best gamer ever. And then they're like, oh, wait, this guy just talks about like weird shit now. Your channel is the only one I actually watch because you are always balanced and speak the truth. Check out my channel, Lion Smack Tech. I started 1 year ago. Lion Smack. How many followers you got, Lion? Oh, I'll just look that shit up right now. I got a phone right here, Dad. You started your channel over a year ago, my friend? And you're just doing gameplay videos, bro? $17 videos in a year? Well, Lion Smack, I'm almost to 500 videos since I started 6 months ago. I've been working this every single freaking day. I missed one day to finish Tales of Arise, bro. One freaking day in 6 months that I've been doing this. And I get on there and I do these lives, and I've had a couple of videos blow up, man. What's up, fellow Xbox? There's Christian, man. He's finally here, dude. It only took you 2.5 freaking hours to get here. No, I'm just joking, dude. Keep telling it like it is, man. Even if it's Xbox, just be real. Yeah, dude. If Xbox, I promise you guys, if Xbox goes out of their way to do some stupid shit, man, you're gonna know about it from here first. Because I'm gonna take that personally. Because it's like, dude, I've been like out here, you know, like tooting your horn, Xbox, and saying nice things about you. And you gonna do me this way? No Xbox here, but hey, anyways. Mom, I finally learned what my special purposes are for. I know, huh? What's your opinion on Jim Ryan running PlayStation this generation? Stealth Dragon, I've said this a few times. Jim Ryan is exactly what PlayStation needs to get PlayStation first-party exclusives onto the PC. He's the perfect fall guy for it. And yeah, dude, it's going to be easier for ponies to really accept that, and then just point the finger at Jim Ryan and blame him. So I think they picked the right person to move forward to expand PlayStation into places that would have been hell no under Sean Layden. You know what I mean? Or any of the other guys, Shuei. They wouldn't have done that, dude. But Jim Ryan's the perfect person to push that forward. Oh yeah, huh? Because you were talking about that. And I was defending it, and you were being kind of mad at me about it. I remember. Okay, Wendell. Dude, I remember now. Yeah, I remember you being a little mean about that. But dude, I'm glad you stuck around. Honestly, I'm glad you stuck around because now you know exactly what I am and what I'm about. And that's better to build, that's better to build a relationship in a like a friendship over than just like yelling back and forth at each other over something. Like, I do respect Austin Evans for showing us exactly what is inside the new PS5 models. I mean, that is good information for me, for you, for everybody as a consumer to know and understand exactly what you're buying. The new fan model is definitely cranked up in that. So the fan working better with that new heat sink is producing, roughly the same results. So is it something that I'm going to worry about? No, dude, the fucking PlayStation 5 is $500, man. Who gives a shit, dude? It's $500. You're getting more power than you would get if you tried to build a computer. You're still getting a good deal, man. If Sony feels like that is the top quality product that they're going to sell their fan base, it's fine, dude. It is what it is. I was curious about it at first, to kind of find out how it is. But I'll tell you what, I think that new update made my fan spin faster and better too. So I do kind of think that, my PlayStation 5 is going to be doing better as well. I really want Microsoft to put the Dreamcast catalog in Game Pass. Oh yeah, dude, seriously. They have started with a few of them. Don't they have Shenmue 1 and 2? Some of the Sonic games. That's what I'm saying. Pedro, if they do end up buying somebody in Japan, I think it's going to be Sega, just to bring that stuff. Keep it real, bros. Sorry about the deleted message. I'm using my phone. No, you're good, bro. Austin said the new PS5 is worse, and it is, and he got rattled for it. I mean, it is worse in a sense that it's like 2 degrees hotter on the SoC. Like, the SoC is running a few degrees hotter, whatever. But like all the other memory and shit's running just fine. I don't necessarily think that this is my thing, guys. I don't necessarily think the heat level's too bad right now with all of these cross-generation games. But when we start seeing true next-gen games, because everything they've showed us, that PS5 heatsink or power is drawn about 210, and I think that's like a 320 watt power supply in that PS5. So we've still got 100 watts of power that could heat shit up even more when we start getting to PS5 games, guys. So that's where my main concern comes in, because we're not even really testing anything yet, dude. We're interesting. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, we're not even really seeing where things are going yet. Yeah, no problem, Stealth. I appreciate that. We got you, bro. Still dragging for life. Yeah. Yeah, but Review Tick USA streams start with him being normal, then ends up with him with his shirt off talking about his whole. I almost blocked his channel after that. I just stopped watching. Oh, damn, dude. I don't understand. Yeah, dude, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, these YouTubers are. Why don't they just start at OnlyFans, bro? Yeah, dude. In the months I've watched, you went from like 20 to 860. So at this rate, you're going to get 1,000. And you did that by keeping it real, not by clickbaiting. See, guys, 1,000 is exactly the magical number for me to get accepted into the YouTube partner program. That's really my only goal, is just to get into that, because every video that somebody watches, if they're subscribed or not, like, it's still monetized after that point. Like, I can still get, my 18 cents a view, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, as long as that's positive income, like they're sending me a check every month and I could buy one video game or 2 video games or 3 video games, whatever, like that. That's all that really matters in the end. Whatever my work on YouTube, like whatever YouTube sends me back, I'm going to reinvest right into this channel. Like that's just what I'm going to do. And that's really what I'm trying to get to, when I'm trying to get to that special number. And then, yeah, dude, I'm going to keep my content as close to genuine as possible for sure. Keep up the good word, Frog. Yeah, you don't want to risk your livelihood job for YouTube. Yeah, not in this early stage, man. No, off ski. Good night, call. Good night. All. Oh, all right, man. You have a good night, Cabbage. I'm gonna be going. I could probably bullshit for another hour or so. Bullshit. I've never had a PlayStation ever, and I have over 120 games on my Xbox purchase. I recently got a PS4, and I'll tell you, it's not great. Yeah, dude, the PS4, man, like going backwards from any Xbox to that is going to be pretty rough. Good night, bro. Night, fellas. Wait, everybody else is leaving me? See you guys later. It's going to take home 30 minutes. 30 minutes to figure out everyone is leaving. Oh, damn. And no. Oh, sorry, I had some ranch work to do. LOL. No, you're good, bro. Yeah, I'm going to catch you guys later myself. Go for one round 2. You have fun, Straggler Rock. I always see a console gamer, but PC is the best way to go. That's why I had to stick around. Can't play with the mouse and keyboard. I like your stream, bro. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Emmanuel. Have any potential that Microsoft is picking up Crystal Dynamics? Maybe. That is possible, dude. I mean, well, in order to pick up Crystal Dynamics, they would have to pick up Squaresoft. So I don't know. People need to understand that PC isn't a competitor for Microsoft and PlayStation. Yeah, I don't think it is. I need another memory card for my Xbox. Yeah, dude. I already bought 2 of them. I thought the PS5 uses the same power draw no matter what. It only varies frequency when LOD gets heavy. I don't think we've seen it actually use its max power yet. There's a LOL cow at this point. I will step up my game, but you have a fan for life, brother. Thanks, Lion Smack. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, just putting out more content, man. More content. And some of the stuff that I've seen, if you do really good on one, follow up with that same type of content. If you get a good video, put more content on that and keep that going. Andrew, do you have the Elite Series 2 controller? I have 2 of them, Mr. T-Ray. I have 2 of them. How the hell did you get all caught up in this freaking cord, mister? Yeah, I have two of these bad babies, dude. Two of them. I think Square is letting go of Crystal Dynamics if they aren't working on a project for them right now. Maybe that could happen. Can't type messages to people on Xbox. How can I fix? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is your controller not working? Does it even pull up the freaking does it pull up the does it pull up a keyboard on your screen when you try to go into it? Yeah, I don't know if Square would get rid of Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics is a damn good company. That would be stupid. I mean, I could see Microsoft possibly buying Square Enix, but I don't know. Shit, he caught up again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Big J, what's up, man? No, I don't have a gaming PC yet. I'm working on it. I'm definitely going to be working on it here pretty shortly. When I do get a gaming PC, though, Big J, I'm going to use it mainly for sim racers. That's probably the only thing I'm going to really try to play on that. Or it depends. I mean, it depends. Honestly, if like this UE5 engine and all this other shit that they're talking about, the new tech for the new games, drops our... yeah, that's American flag. One of my friends at work built that. It's freaking badass. It's like a... It's cut out of stainless steel and then heated to get that darker look on those. It's pretty badass, huh? Special made. I mean, it's not like there's a whole bunch of them out there. Yeah, them dudes. He does. I'd have to get in touch with him, see if he's still making them. I think he was only doing like a limited run for those, you know, like for some of us guys at work and stuff. So I could see if he's still got if he's still making those for you. Let me follow me on Twitter, Wendell. It's Frogboy X1 Gaming. And if and I'll talk to him tomorrow at work. See if he can get you one. He'd have to ship it to you though. I don't wherever you're at. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. I mean, if there's more people interested in it, then I will find out. And then if he's still doing those, yeah, definitely sell them on my channel. Yeah, I'll see if he's still doing them, man. I know that he opened up a shop, his own little shop, and he was doing stuff like that, metalworks and stuff. So I'll definitely talk to him tomorrow when I get to work, and see if he wants to work something out with me. Series 2 controllers will be great for Infinite. Yeah, I do think they're going to be pretty good. I do kind of like the fact that there's only a limited few of these flags, though. You know what I mean? Like this. They're pretty nice, man. I really like this flag, and it looks good. I'll take a Frog Boy sticker to stick on my Xbox. You know what? I guess on Patreon they'll make. I guess on Patreon they'll let me sell like merch or something, or YouTube will or something like that. I'm thinking up a design for like a T-shirt or something, or like hats or some shit, you know, or stickers. That'd be kind of cool. Probably like the frog that I got hopping, and then like Frog Boy X1 Gaming name on it. I think that'd be kind of cool, huh? Holding an Xbox controller or something, you know? Holding an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, definitely. My own brand. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking about doing. I haven't got to that point yet. Like I said, this running his channel is a lot of work, man. And it's just me, I mean, like my family does contribute sometime. You'd buy one of the hats or a shirt or a hoodie. I'll look into that Patreon thing, Michael, and see exactly what kind of merch they would do. Yeah. No, I've had a cold, but and I had my thing juice head. Gas. Oh, that gas. Oh, damn. Man, I like it when these freaking streams go good and they're nice and long and everybody's talking and having a good time. That's so fun. Burnout Gamer. You should get someone you really have some chemistry with on YouTube and start something like a podcast. I've been to a couple people's show and I've had a couple people come on here. And I mean, to tell you the truth, I do like those collab things, to an extent, but they take away valuable time that I need for playing games and spending time with the family and doing and creating and putting out my own content. That's why I literally haven't put anything on my my Patreon thing yet, is because, dude, I just don't have the time. Xbox Loud. Oh, dang. Yeah, I talked to Doc during the other stream. I need to get in touch with him and see if he wants to do something like some collaboration or whatnot. Seems like a loner. What's up, Shaq? How you doing, man? I don't like podcasts because I can't. Exactly, man. I feel like I'm more productive being able to interact with my with my people. And when I have somebody on, I feel like I need to pay more attention to them. And then that makes it so I'm not really seeing your comments as much, and I don't know. I go live for you guys. Fly over your house and I'm in Utah, man. Just fly over Utah. You'll eventually pass it. Just fly up the I-15, bro. You'll get here. There's levels to this. Remember that failure of a game? What's up, Andrew? What failure? That's right. I need to do a collab with Review Tech so I can take all of his viewers and bring them over to a better channel. Is it hot in Utah? Sometimes, not as bad as other places. Oh yeah, dude. I like doing these live streams way more than the podcast, dude. The podcasts they're all right, man, but I just feel like I'm sitting there waiting for everybody else to talk, and I can't really just take control of it and make it my own. Especially on the ones that I've been on. I'm probably going to go on a podcast with And Now Your Mama Knows on Wednesday. I was going to go on one with him today, but my favorite Gears game, seeing as I haven't really played the first 4, I would say the last one, dude. 5 is probably my favorite one. I did like 4, but I like 5 too. Take all of retail. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling my wife when I first started this. I was like, look at this dude. She's like, really? You're gonna make money on YouTube? And I pulled up Review Tech USA's and I showed her. I was like, look at this dude. He's talking to a fucking pickle, and he's got almost 100,000 subscribers. I know for a fact I could get 10,000 subscribers. I mean, you know what I mean? That's exactly the conversation I have with my wife. But I'm not going to go out of my way to jump on his channel to try to coax his people away from him. I mean, eventually, if they're watching him, they're going to see my content. They're going to see my content, and they're going to come, and they're going to like what I have to say, or they're not going to like what I have to say, and they're going to stay there with the pickle and chicken dude. You don't play them in order? No, never. It depends. Somewhat of an introvert. I guess you could kind of say that. I don't really go out of my way to. Only since I've been older, Shaq. Only since I got to my mid-30s, I started to not really go out of my way to go around and be around a lot of other people. I still like the first one. I do like the first one. I think it's all right. I've kind of been trying to go back through and play them, but sometimes I get really caught up in all the new games. I mean, I guess if we have another COVID outbreak and we're all home for a while, then maybe I can get back into a lot of those. It's like only watching the last Star Wars. Yeah, you're kind of right. Here's something funny. A guy dressed as a Spider-Man for fun, but he was on top of a guy's car. The guy said, "Get off my car, asshole." Oh, gosh. That is kind of funny. Don't worry. I'm going to start the process for you on his next lame stream. Cool, man. I appreciate that. Maybe I'll jump on there, too, and ask him stupid questions or something. I don't know. 100 people who listen to you. You don't have to steal my. Yeah, I don't. And that's. I mean, in my little YouTube thing, in my little thing, when I scroll down, and it shows me, like the interactivity or whatever on my YouTube channel, it says that a lot of my subscribers also watch Review Tech USA. So I'm already getting people that watch him. Let's see. I'll tell you guys the ones that. So other channels your audience watches: Review Tech USA, Digital Foundry, Destin, Xbox, Colt Eastwood. Hell yeah. Start drama with his dumb ass. He loves starting BS and would definitely get you. Yeah. I'm off to play Judgment. Nice. See you next time, M-Train. Let's see. Destin, Xbox, Colt Eastwood, Spawnwave, Turboverse, Dealer, Mads Gaming, Salker, Randolph Thor, Plume Network, Mr. Matty Plays, MBG, and Spawnwave Plus. So those are the most those are the ones that most of my audience interacts with, is those channels. Did you guys notice Dreamcast guy there? Oh, wow. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's probably streaming tonight, isn't he? It seems like every time I go live, he's on there. Saw a little bit of a Sony stream and was just full of idiots stream. Was supposed to be about them calling out Xbox liars, but they themselves were lying left and right. Did you look up Tormented Souls? Yeah, I did. I did look up Tormented Souls. It has a good... no, I'm just playing. It's a good horror game like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. It does have nudity, though. You should know that for your channel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dreamcast guy is not one of the channels other people watch. Yep. No Dreamcast guy in there. No Young Yeah, neither. Mostly just those other ones. So, I mean, you can kind of see the direction my channel's kind of going in just by that. I still haven't decided to pick up that Tormented Souls yet, Michael. I might eventually. Yeah, I watch people you named. See, a lot of people in here watch those guys. I meant to say, yes, I watch all those people you named. Yeah, a lot of them are good content creators. A lot of them, I used to watch a lot of them myself, So yeah, dude, I don't think that anybody should stop watching their content to watch mine. Like yeah, dude, Destin is good. Every one of those people I named, I've watched their content. I think a lot. Well, I mean, the more you watch somebody, the more they're going to kind of get on your nerves too. You know, like I'm going to get on your guys' nerves eventually if I steep. There's a new Fatal Frame coming out. Oh yeah, I did see something about that. Pick up bug snags. You like you would enjoy that one. Probably not. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I'm going to pick up that Insurgency Sandstorm too, Gary. I'm actually thinking about that. Yeah, I haven't played Tank Control since Resident Evil 1 Remake a little while back. All the Xbox with rumors and leaks, Destin Rich, Matty Zalker, all weird, those cool. I mean, you can look at it on both sides, man. They're both sides have all that shit, dude. I mean, you hear everybody talking about their little PlayStation rumor stuff too, man. Like, it's all the same, man. It's people being excited and trying to get views and coming up with stuff. I mean, how often do you guys hear me talking about news and or like rumors and shit like that? Like, I kind of try to avoid that stuff just because it's like I don't know anything about it. So, I mean, like, dude, I don't want to freaking. Yeah, this is the longest you've been on my stream. Oh yeah, it's been a while, man. I mean, this is almost as long as. Well, I've had a stream go for like 4 hours. Don't forget about the Hell Let Loose. I see that's one of the ones I'm actually looking at too, man. I don't know. I used to watch Streamcast Guy around 2016, 17, and 18. I mean, these guys have been on there for a long time, man. And now there's new people like me and a lot of other people that are up and coming. And I feel like my channel's being successful, so I'm gonna keep doing it. At least until I croak or whatever. You know what I mean? You bought Metroid Dread finally? Yeah, I'm gonna be picking that up probably next week or whatever. Just wait till it gets closer to the day, and then I'll just go grab a copy or have Amazon bring it to me or whatever. Probably just have Amazon bring it to me. I'm not even an Xbox. I just prefer Xbox right now too, man. Remember Abandoned? How are you going to talk about Xbox with fake ass studio played the station? I know, dude. That freaking thing is so freaking irritating, man. We did get an Alan Wake reveal out of that though. Well, it wasn't from that, but we do know Alan Wake is real, so it might actually be something to do with Silent Hill 2 as well. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that way too. Delusional grandeur about it being like a $20 game. Still gonna pick it up. I'm still gonna pay the full price for it. And I'm still gonna play it. Hell Let Loose and Insurgent on Xbox. They were PC games. Are either of those going to PlayStation 5? I haven't. I didn't notice that. I think Hell Let Loose is. Yeah, is from Remedy. Oh, I know that. I don't dislike the Xbox channels, but I blame them for the lack of first-party content from Microsoft last gen and starting this gen. They are enablers. You know what, Shaq? I'll give you that, bro. I will definitely give you that. There are a lot of apologists on either side, bro. And that's just the way it kind of goes. So far, in my limited experience on the Xbox platform, Shaq, my needs have been met. I have bought enough exclusives on my Xbox platform over the years since I started like really buying Xbox games again to like I've been satisfied. You know what I mean? Like if I'd been an Xbox guy as long as I've been a PlayStation guy, I'm pretty sure that those games would start getting stale for me as well. You know what I mean? But seeing as like I really started like Gears of War 4, like I've literally played like 2 and then went back and tried to play some of the other ones. Games like Halo. I mean, I've never really been a big Halo fan, so it didn't really ever really matter to me, What else? Forza 7 and Forza Horizon have been amazing games for me. Like I'm very happy with those. I like racing games. So as far as I'm concerned, like Xbox has met my needs as a gamer. Just as PlayStation has. I mean, like they've both met my needs, and I mean having both of them has been even better for me to be able to have more experiences. I really think if you got into the story of Halo, you would love it in 4K on your Series X. I'm definitely gonna like it. I do have the Master Chief Collection downloaded. You can say the same thing about Sony's customer service. PlayStation channels take whatever thing Sony give them, and they are clearly gouging for money. I mean, like I said, dude, I think it's on both sides. I think both sides are guilty of. I think PlayStation enablers are enabling the $70 price hike, and clearly, you know, a lack of content in PlayStation first party games, because we're past the fucking 10-hour games, dude. We're past that. We're past 4K 30. We're past 10-hour experiences for $70. Like we're way past that. We should be getting at least a minimum of 30 hours of gameplay out of our money. Xbox has provided me with more interesting games. Only game Sony put out this year that interests me is Ratchet. The next game will be Ragnarok, which I'll actually be able to buy day one. Yeah, since it won't be $70. Oh, you're gonna buy it on PlayStation 4. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, like the $70 price hike is kind of, I mean, it was kind of inevitable, but in a way, we're just enabling, you know, companies that have already been gouging us for prices for a long time now. You didn't witness the 360 generation. Once you go from that to Xbox One generation, you would see a huge difference in quality and exclusive content. Yeah, you're definitely right. I actually was part of the was part of the 360 generation. I did actually. I was looking at all the games I played on that. I uploaded my old gamer tag on my Xbox, and I was looking at all the games I'd played on there and stuff, and I was like, wow, man, I actually did play a lot of games on this. That's pretty funny too, because I was like, wow, man, really? I played that many games on there. I only beat a few of them, but I played a lot of games on the Xbox 360. But I skipped I skipped about half of the Xbox One generation. And when I got into it, I was getting, you know, my yearly Forza games. I was getting my, you know, my Halo 5. I was getting my Gears of War games, and, you know, my Sea of Thieves and shit like that. So I mean, for the most part, I was pretty happy with the output that they had, and plus I was getting all my PlayStation games at the same time. So I mean, necessarily, it really didn't matter because I had both consoles, so I didn't really feel like I was missing out on much. And you know, the promise of everything that's coming out nowadays is just a lot better going forward. Holy crap! I can't believe it's almost freaking 10 o'clock. So, all right, guys, I gotta wind this down and start getting ready for bed. I gotta go shower and everything. So. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming tonight. People don't realize that Xbox was always a multiplayer central platform. Even in the 360 generation, the focus was multiplats, not exclusives. They invest in better online and servers. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Well, all right, guys. I appreciate you coming tonight. I really had a good time hanging out with you guys. They definitely had more Japanese support back then, but now this generation seems to be having some good growth in Japan, so hoping to see more good stuff. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much no reason to Ragnarok on PlayStation 5 because it looks like a PlayStation 4 game. We'll see you tomorrow, man. Yeah, see you, Michael. See you, Gary. Hi. You guys have a good night, man. People idolize the 360 generation, but don't understand why it was great. Night. Yep. All right, man. You guys have a good night. I appreciate you. Thanks for